Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm your best friend. I'm your pal. I'm the guy you turn to when you ask, "What the hell is going on?" I try to explain it to you in plain English. There's no land behind me. Everything is straight and level. Okay, here's the deal. This morning, we are being inundated with information coming out of Europe, and particularly the United Kingdom. The UK is reacting. How do I say this? The Bank of England this morning did what they were supposed to do: hold their meeting, decide what to do with their interest rates. Yesterday, the Federal Reserve in the United States finished their 2 days of meetings and released their decision on interest rates by raising rates by half a point. This morning, the Bank of England had their little session and they had a vote whether or not to raise rates, and if so, by how much. And there were a number of people on the committee at the Bank of England who wanted to raise rates by half a percentage point. But there were more people on the committee that wanted rates only to go up a quarter of a percentage point. Now, that in itself is generally not a big deal. It comes and goes. But the decision was made to raise the rate by a quarter of a point. So the UK lending rate now, I believe, is 1%, if I'm not mistaken. That is not the story. What's causing the commotion is the fact that the Bank of England has been given information from its analysts, its economists, on future expectations of inflation and economic output. And this is the problem. Here is the nightmare. The inflation rate right now in the UK is in the 6-7% range. They're expecting it to go higher. And by the end of this year, 2022, in the next 7-8 months, they're expecting inflation to be 10 to 10.5% in the UK. That's really bad news. That is really not good. That's why some of the folks are saying, why don't we raise rates right now by half a point right now? Let's get on this, temper this, get ahead of it. That didn't happen. The second piece of news that came out was another forecast that came from the economists for Bank of England that said that the UK had been expected to grow its GDP, its growth overall economy, by upwards of 6.5%. They were looking for 6.5% growth. Now they've revised those numbers, and the forecasters are saying it could be a negative quarter to a half a percentage point. We've lost all that momentum. We're going down in the economy. The economy's going to shrink by upwards of 0.5% by next year, 2023. This is the kind of information that central bankers don't want to get ever on their tables. And usually when they do get this kind of indication of the future, that this might be happening, just get in the DeLorean and fire up the flux capacitor, go down the road and come back. I'm telling you, this is what the future is looking like. They don't want to raise rates right now in that perceived environment that's coming ahead. They want to stop it all. They want to go at all costs the opposite direction. Lower rates, encourage business development and investment, and don't lay off people, and expand the economy. But right now they can't do that. Right now, they believe that the big culprit in the room is inflation because of consumer demand for goods. What they're ignoring, and all central bankers are ignoring this central fact, is that the bankers out there believe that by raising rates they can control inflation. They're all wrong. Now, why would a guy like me, why would a homeless Canadian, a nomad, have the gall to say that these guys are all wrong? I mean, who am I? Do I have accounting degrees at Harvard or Stanford? No. Am I a graduate of Princeton? No. Am I just as smart as those guys? Yeah, probably. I guess. I don't know. But why? Why are the banks wrong? Because they're not fighting the human beings that are creating inflation. They're fighting a virus that is creating inflation. And no one wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about a virus is actually causing this entire kerfuffle that we've been involved with now for over 2.5 years. We all know there's been a virus going on. We've all noticed a change in our lives in the last 2.5 years. It's changed us in many ways. Some of us have higher or thicker waistlines than we'd like. Some of us have a little more of this than we'd like, because we've been hanging around the house. We've been not going out as much. We haven't been traveling. We haven't done many different things. The virus is out there. It's still out there. The virus is still out there. It's causing havoc in China right now, like you cannot believe. The Chinese authorities are fighting an enemy they can't pin on anyone else. They want to blame somebody, a nation, a philosophy, something, for what is blowing up China's economy right now, and they don't have one. They don't have an enemy to point it at, and so they're fighting this virus how they think they can win it or beat it, starve it into submission. They're figuring we'll just starve the virus from doing anything. Like we'll just separate people from people, and we'll keep people locked up in their homes, and we'll restrict movement of people because people are transmitters of the virus. I mean, hi, how are you? Oh, I just gave it to you, or you just gave it to me, or we're giving it to each other. I don't know. But the less interaction you can do, their thinking in China is the less intermingling, the better the odds of reducing the virus. Now in Shanghai, the good news is they're down to only 5,000 cases a day in Shanghai area. Unfortunately for China, Shanghai, 25 million odd people, a lot of people. But out of 1.3 billion people, you have 25 times that many more people in the rest of the country. And so you've done very little. You've done some, yes, but you are not eradicating this thing. And in Beijing, it's picking up. It's starting to pick up. And they don't want to acknowledge that they're having a problem with, because that would be admitting weakness, and Chinese don't want to admit weakness because that's losing face, and that's kind of a thing with those guys. But the virus is kicking their ass, and it's kicking their butts everywhere, and it's kicking them in their pants when it comes to factory utilization, efficiencies, shipping, assembly, packaging, transportation, everywhere. It's affecting food costs. It's affecting food delivery systems. It's a mess. They don't want to talk about it. They're desperately trying to keep media out to cover it. They certainly have got the censors on every site there is to just not let us in on what's really going on. It is ugly. And the symptoms of this are showing up everywhere. Every country that deals with China is having delivery problems from China. We can't get goods in there, and they can't get goods out, because what they import from a lot of us are raw materials. They turn them into stuff and send that stuff back to us as finished product. And we haven't yet noticed it in a real stark way, but it's coming. And what I'm talking about here is in the UK, the United States, Canada, Germany, the rest of Europe, South America, France. This will be global, right? This is not just Peoria or Sioux City. This is going to be global. You're going to be going into certain retailers from time to time later this year, and there will not be the items in stock you're looking for. And it might be something as mundane as a plastic pumpkin for your child to carry to go and get candy at Halloween, or something like a string of lights for your Christmas tree, or an artificial tree in its entirety, or you're looking for a new lawn chair for your backyard, or you're just looking for a new spongy cover to put on your existing lawn chair. There are going to be gaps in something that you want. You're just not going to find it, because it's made in China by Chinese from raw materials that we send them. And this is going to be everywhere on everything. So you're going to go to your favorite camera store. parts and lenses and camera bodies and everything, shortages. You're going to go to Costco. You're not going to find what you're looking for in Costco in certain hardware sectors or household goods. You're going to go to a Target. You're not going to see perhaps the variety of bedding that you're used to, or the variety of towels, or whatever it is. There are going to be little gaps everywhere, and it's just going to keep multiplying and multiplying. And this is the cut by little cuts that we're suffering in our economy, little nicks. And it's just going to keep intensifying, and it's going to irk us, but we're going to get by. But we're going to figure out a way to get by. We may end up, you may be going into a Target or to a Bombay company or whatever these outfits are. Again, I'm not an expert in every retailer out there, but depending on where you live, you want to buy a gift for somebody. And what you want to do is you want to buy this couple that are getting married. You want to get them maybe a soap dispenser for their master bathroom and for their guest bathroom. And you're going to buy them liquid soap and soap dispensers that the guests only have to push a little button. The soap comes out and they can wash their hands. Little thing like that. Little household nicky-nacky, patty-wackies. The problem is, and the reality is, that you used to go to Target or other stores like Walmart, and you buy these things for cheap because they're made in China with cheap labor. And all of a sudden, they're not there anymore. And you're going to end up going to another store where you can buy the same thing made by labor in France, Germany, maybe made in other countries. And they're 25% more expensive. You don't know that because you're not usually buying this kind of stuff on an ongoing basis. You were looking for a gift idea for like $20, $30, and you end up spending $40 to $50 for the soap dispensers. Something really mundane. I'm just making this up off the top of my head. Okay, don't quote me on this. I'm just telling you that there are going to be all kinds of logistical issues on all kinds of stuff from A to Z to everywhere else. And it's going to be pounding, accumulating and compounding worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And Britain is beginning to feel the fallout. They're beginning to notice it. Take a look at this. Hang on one second. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 7, 4. Okay, let me show you this little photo right here. I took a screenshot just before I came on the air. That is the British pound this morning. That cliff at the very end there, that's in the last hour of what the British pound has done against the American dollar. It was this morning, it was sitting at 126. It was at 126.37 this morning. Right now it's 12374, 1.2374. This is a verdict of the rest of the world against the British economy and its prospects. This is what the rest of the world thinks of what they did today with their bank rate. This is what the rest of the world is anticipating the next 6 months to 1 year of the UK's economy is going to be. Negative, negative, negative. So everyone in the United Kingdom this morning just saw their standard of living drop 2% instantaneously in 60 minutes already. And the reality is that there are traders in Hong Kong, in Shanghai, if they're working, in Milan, Italy, in Frankfurt, in New York, Toronto, every financial center in the planet, Tokyo, are all selling off the pound. They're getting out of the pound right now. It's too high. The pound is too high. It might be headed to 120 or lower. And this is a reflection, a decision, an opinionated call of the rest of the planet against the British pound right now. And there's no way to hide it. It has nothing to do with Boris Johnson. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with immigration. It has nothing to do with grievances. It's just a reflection of what the rest of the world thinks the UK economy is going to do in the next 6 to 9 months. The euro right now is at 105.5. It's down, but not like the pound is off. The pound sterling is off over 2%. The euro is off 2/3 of a percentage point. The Japanese yen is off 0.5 percentage point. It's slightly lower. The Australian dollar is down 1%, but the Australian economy versus the UK economy isn't as near as large. US weekly first-time unemployment claims have risen by 19,000 claims. That is an indication of a slowing US economy in a little bit of a way. That's an interesting comment. We'll see how that plays out. The Dow right now in the futures market is down 152, which is not a dramatic drop off after having almost a 1,000 point gain yesterday. We got the S&P down 26 points, and we've got the Nasdaq down about 100 points. 0.47% on the Dow, 0.61% on S&P, 0.74 on Nasdaq. Oil up $1.38 to 109.19. But the world has spoken already on what it thinks of the UK move this morning to move interest rates a paltry 0.25%. It is a central bank that is dealing with the reality, realization that, oh my God, we're going to get our butts handed to us on the economy because inflation is going to be much, much higher, and we're raising rates at the same time. We are self-inflicting wounds on ourselves, but we've got to do something. And the hawks are saying you should be moving rates at least a half a point right now, match the Americans and really get aggressive. And they're not. They're going a quarter point. Over in Europe itself, on the continent, they don't want to raise rates at all. They don't want to raise U.S. interest rates, their domestic interest rates, one iota. They don't want their bank rate to go up because in Europe, they are in a recession. Oh, and by the way, they have a war going on. There's a special military operation taking place in Ukraine where people are being annihilated. That's going on. So that's creating a few glitches in their economic system, apart from the virus that is happening elsewhere. There's problems. And going forward for you folks in North America, Canada, and all around the world where you watch me, if you're an option writer, I got good news for you. Good times, really good times to be an option writer. You write options into strength and watch the deterioration of your stock. The secret to writing options in this market is you write out of the money options and you go forward in time to bring in a nice premium on an out of the money contract and dare the stock to have a really good run for a really good amount of time, because it's just not going to happen. Yeah, there will be days like yesterday, which was an anomaly. You have a good day here, a good day there, but all in all, the drainage continues. The morale is dropping, and the beatings will continue until morale improves. It's not looking good for the markets, but they're not going to go down 1,000 points every day for the next 5 days. They're going to bleed out a little here, a little there, a little here, a little there. And stocks are just not going to be able to hit new highs, new higher highs. They're going to hit lower highs and hit lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. The trend is that direction, I think. And I'm showing here these economic numbers coming out that are really concerning. The inflation issues, the supply chain issues, not going away. Those haven't bottomed out yet. They're getting worse. Right now, it's May 5th. It's already May 5th. We should be seeing in the port of Long Beach and Los Angeles, container ships should be coming in very shortly for fall fashions. Back to school stuff should be arriving in containers very shortly, followed by the Halloween and Christmas shipments. That should all be coming not too long from now. There's nothing like that coming. There's nothing. I don't even know if July 4th merchandise has landed yet in the USA. This is May 5th. July 4th is 2 months away, 60 days. These containers should have already landed, and this merchandise should be going out to warehouses all across America for July 4. Streamers, flags, and home decorations, and at the office, and blah, 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 blah. Don't know if it's even in. We have issues here. Now, I will also say, again, I mentioned this about a week and a half ago. I read an article to you guys about the new The new way Americans are buying goods online, and the new way that goods are being sent to Americans from China and other countries on a direct shipping basis, where it allows Americans to bring in up to $800 per purchase without paying duties on top of these goods. This movement has caused a $60 billion shortage in customs revenues into the United States Treasury, because factory owners in China had been, right now they're probably not doing it, but they had been able to accept orders from American agents who have websites where you order a steak knife set that is made in China. The steak knife set order is sent to the factory in China, and they're given an order to package one set into a box, put the box into a UPS envelope that has been supplied to them, put the name and address on the outside of the box of your address, and put that container in that package of yours, put that into a container with millions of others, thousands of others that are going on an airplane tonight to the United States. The plane lands in LA, Seattle, it doesn't matter. Somewhere in the continental USA, the plane lands. The container comes out. The container is full of, say, 2,000 small packages that are individually mailed, to be mailed or to be sent by UPS or FedEx to your house individually. All items are cleared under U.S. Customs very quickly. They're only checking for contraband. They don't find contraband. I got the sniffer dogs in there. They don't find anything. They cleared all those packages. They go into the UPS mail system at the airport, and they're in the UPS or the U.S. mail service, and you've got a tracking number showing you the progress of your package. You get the delivery of the steak knife set 2 or 3 days later. Within a week, you got it. You're a happy camper. You got it at a super cheap price, and everyone's happy. The seller is an American entity that did your online order. They sold you the item at retail. They bought it from the factory in China at pennies on the dollar. The Chinese factory is happy to produce these sets in thousands of increments at a time, and then they have a shipping department that's happy to sort and ship these things out, package them up, and get them out the door. And that's the new normal over there. The problem, of course, now is the metal for the knives, the handles for the knives, the boxes that the knives come in, the boxes that are being shipped, they're all screwed up on the supply side because Shanghai shut down, Beijing has got problems, Hong Kong is a mess, on and on and on it goes. And so some of you are ordering stuff on Amazon or Shopify or eBay or whoever you're using online to buy whatever it is you're buying. You don't realize it, but you're all buying stuff from the same group of people who have set up these online stores that own nothing, that only set up the logistics to get you these goods from these overseas shippers. You have no idea who they are. You'll never meet them. They may be American. They may not even be American. They're just agents handling all this stuff. And the product is coming from overseas. You have no idea who makes it. You have no idea where it's made. You have no idea how much it costs to make. You're just paying whatever price you think is a fair price, delivered to your house because you just want to deliver to your house. That's the new normal. And all of that is now in disarray, and it's going to get worse. And so some of you are starting to get messages, your shipment has been delayed, or your tracking number, you've been given a tracking number. Oh yeah, right when your order is made, you get a tracking number. Problem is the package hasn't been packaged. The item hasn't been put in a package. The tracking number is waiting to be enacted and moved. Nothing's happening, and you're wondering, why isn't this working out? This is why the virus is causing this complete disruption. And this is a multi-trillion-dollar business globally. This is happening all over the place. Now, in the USA, it's a unique thing because Americans can import stuff under $800 per shipment, duty-free, for now, until Congress shuts it down. In Canada, I think it's like $50 or less. It's a very small amount of money in the Canadian dollars. So I'm not sure how well that's going to go. But that is part of the issue as well. This is just, again, I'm describing to you a mess that is happening at every level, whether you're shipping iron ore in bulk right down to toasters, right down to forks and knives. This is an issue that is going to cause us all kinds of problems, and you can't blame. You want to blame. I know you do. We all want to blame whoever we can blame for this, so that at least well, it's that person's fault. Sorry, there is no one you can blame. There will be those who will blame somebody, of course. The politicians will blame politicians. The pundits in Washington will blame whoever's in power. Elections will be held, and everyone will point fingers at everybody else. But the reality is, it's all a virus. And the Chinese can blame the Americans can blame the Chinese, the Russians can blame the Ukrainians can blame the Russians. Problems. But this whole economic thing is because of a virus that we can't put our finger on because it's not a human entity, and it's from no one country, and it doesn't care what your politics are. It's just out to survive. Anyway, there you go. Welcome to the show. So much fun here. Options Nomads, loved the questions and answers last night on the primetime show. Highly recommend if anyone out there missed it. Those of you who were with me last night for the primetime show, I thank you. We covered a lot of ground last night, and it is really handy having that show because we can cover trades of options without worrying about what's the market doing this second and what's happening here and what's going on. We can just relax and compare notes and where things are at. It went very well, and it always does. It just seems that every Wednesday night, this show is really answering a lot of questions that you have about how the options market is reacting or will react, or why it's reacting the way it is. We're covering a lot of ground there, and it's a very enjoyable experience for me to be able to talk to you guys in a relaxed way, where I don't have to worry about the futures, the oil price, the war in Ukraine, news announcements coming out of left field, somebody getting COVID, this or that or anything else. So I encourage all of you, if you can, if you're a Gold Bagel member, one, if you're not, become one, because as a Gold Bagel member, you can join us Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock prime time for the Hangout show with me. But also, of course, as a Gold Bagel member, you get the alert that I do before I start this show. On top of that, of course, you commenting here like any other member comments. And you've come to the right family. This YouTube channel is probably got the most loyal group of members of, I think, any YouTube channel out there. Fabulous experience being with you every day. Really enjoying it. I can't wait to take you to Europe with us. Jennifer and I have been cranking it out. I've been cranking out now reservations for hotels. Just picked up our Euro Rail Pass. We're making commitments to spend money all over the place. I'm doing my part to help the UK and to help continental Europe avoid a really bad recession. I'm doing my part. I have to spend money to travel there, and we're going. As a matter of fact, today is Thursday, May the 5th. A week today, we're on an airplane to the UK. So yeah, we're in our last 7 days of being in Calgary. And then we are coming to you live from the United Kingdom, and then from the Netherlands, and from Germany, and from Switzerland throughout a good chunk of this next 2 months into July. So, yeah, we're gearing up here. And on the one hand, I'm excited as all get up. On the other hand, I'm panicking. Excitement mixed with panic all at the same time as this YouTuber is taking this thing on the road, and I have no idea how this is going to work out. But I figure, you know what? It's just one day at a time. That's all we're just going to deal with this one day at a time, get through it, and let's get going. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there it is. Laugh a lot, Bruce. I disagree. I think Ukraine can blame Russia. Oh, I agree, Bash. I'm not. If I said that it's all the virus, I misspoke. Yeah, Ukraine can blame Russia for those missiles and bombs and genocidal tendencies that they seem to have. Absolutely. Anyway, there you have it. Anyway, listen, Michael's saying, hey, look, if you're going to stop in Ireland, you do me a favor. My uncle owes me $50. Could you stop by and have a chat with him? No, pounds, 50 pounds, Bruce. It's not even dollars. It would be worth your while. Even though the pound is, down in value, Could you just pop in there and say hi to my uncle? Have a chat with that boy. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Grant Savage, Uncle Bruce, you're going to make me sell covered calls on SoFi with all this talk. Then I realized SoFi is a bank. During recessions, people save money in banks. However, out of the money may be cool. You just said that. Yes, we are going to have some fun here, kids. We're 29 minutes away from opening up and getting ready here. Thank you, all of you, for popping in and throwing thumbs ups our way already and telling me what number you are on the thumbs up meter. Cam is number 92 already. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We're down 180 on the Dow Jones Futures right now. S&P's off 31, NASDAQ down 133. This seems to be getting worse. I can't imagine a follow-through rally from last night necessarily. Some people want to be saying, they're trying to say, oh, this is the turnaround. This is it. This is the end of the bear market. Sorry, that's not the case. I can't imagine we're anywhere near that right now. We haven't gone through the fallout yet. If the U.S. numbers are going to come out in the next 6 months, like the U.K. numbers are starting to show now, we've got problems. We have got multitude problems coming, and we're going to have to see what's going on here. Headline here, U.S. productivity falls at the fastest pace since 1947 as unit labor costs soar. U.S. jobless claims jump in the latest week by the biggest amount since last July. This is the beginning of the beginning. You better get used to this coming your way. This is why I keep coming back to you guys about writing options. Writing options is a way for you to deflect a negative market return. It's a way to enhance cash flow. It's a way for you to add cash flow to your existing household, or it's a new source of cash flow to replace perhaps those of you who are working 2 jobs right now. You've got 2 part-time jobs. It might be allow you to get rid of 1 part-time job and be home and make money with option writing, and only do 1 part-time job on the side, which might be a weekend and some evenings kind of thing. Each of you have your own unique scenario that you're dealing with. I don't know everyone's scenario here, but I'm imagining here there are a lot of you out there who just would love to be self-employed, not be reliant on a shaky employer. You're worried about potentially getting laid off or furloughed 3 months from now, 6 months from now, or always. You never know. It's a finicky world out there. And if you're European, you can count on the state to back you up when it comes to being laid off and furloughed. But in America, it's the Wild West. I mean, it depends where you live in America, because there are certain states in the United States where if you're unemployed and poor, you are a walking criminal. You are someone that should be arrested for being poor. In some other states in the United States, you have state governments that come to your aid very quickly and help you get over the rough spots, even help retrain you and get you going. And then there's everything in between. Canada, we have our systems. Bottom line is, I know that pretty well every single one of you does not want to be a member of the unemployed society. You want to be employed as an employee, as a consultant, or you want to be self-employed. And as an option writer, you have a chance to take control of your life and theoretically work your way towards self-reliance, self-employment, by not having to be reliant on an employer to get by fully. Obviously, there are some of you here who have smaller accounts and you're writing options now, and you're bringing in a couple of $100 in here, you're bringing in a few $100 there. And at the end of the month, you do your tallies and go, oh yeah, in February I brought in $800, and in March I brought in $1,200, and in April I brought in $1,100. This is helping. It isn't carrying the household, but it's certainly making a difference. And you're trying to figure out ways to make that level rise to a point where it can really influence and make the huge difference to the lifestyle that you're leading. And it can. It's just a matter of whether you can invest into this to grow your portfolio higher, to be able to write enough options to generate the kind of revenue you need. The key here is you've got to invest in it. And this is why I do this show on Wednesday nights, the primetime show. People are investing their time with me after hours to get smarter and get more knowledgeable about how to make the options work for them. Those of you who are taking my classes, you've definitely decided to invest in yourself to make this happen. And you've taken advantage of my 4 for 3 offer that I've had that expires on Friday, where you can get 4 classes for the price of 3. Get going. Pick those up and get going. If you want that, by the way, one last time, I'll mention it. You can send me a $299.99 donation, U.S. funds, through my PayPal account. Link is down below. Send me a private email. The link is down below, brucefarmer@hotmail.com. Bruce, I just sent you $299.99 U.S. funds. Here are the 4 classes I would like. I'd like class number this, and this. I'll send you the links for your classes. You can get to work. Those of you who want 8 classes for the price of 6, send me $599.98. Those of you who want 12 classes for the price of 9, then send $899.97. I guess it is $900, and I will get you the links to all 12 classes. This Saturday, class number 13 is going live. I will be conducting class number 13 with Auntie Jen as our moderator. If you'd like to be part of this weekend's class, Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern time is when I am live this Saturday. We're going to be covering the art of stink bids, stink offers, how to master that, make that really work for you, and also the psychology of the markets. This is one of the most important classes that you're ever going to want to be part of, because we're going to try to get into the heads of your opponents that are trying to take your money from you, and where you're trying to take their money from them. You've got to be ahead of these people. You have to understand what's in their minds when you're trying to make money from these guys. You have to understand their weaknesses and their strengths and their desires and their fears. The psychology of the market is everything. And this morning, we're seeing it live happening right now. The psychology of the market. We are seeing the psychology of the world currency gamblers out there, which are governments and institutions that are betting right now that the British economy is in for a world of hurt by discounting the British pound right now, as I am talking to you, by 2% in the last hour and a half. The British currency is getting hammered right now. If the US dollar were being hammered like the British pound is being hammered right now, we would be off 3,000 points on markets all over the place. We would be in a panic mode in markets globally. Thankfully, it's not a US issue that is causing this, but the USA is going to catch a cold from this massive loss in confidence in the UK economy that is happening right now while we're here comfortably hanging out together, and I'm talking to you what's going on. If you really want to make money in this market, you better make some investments of your time, a little bit of your dough, to put what you can in to take out so much more. Because 90% of market players out there, they don't know what they're doing. They're just kind of going with the flow, and they're kind of know what's happening, but they're making adjustments from time to time on their investments. Option players, I'll bet you a third of option players to a half of the players have no idea what they're doing. They're gamblers and they're guessers. They're hopers, dreamers for payoffs. These are the folks you can steal money from. The other half of the option players are very sophisticated, educated, and are paying attention to what's going on. And I'm pushing you into that camp big time. I am pushing you way over here to get away from the loosey-goosey, oh, we're here for a good time. Let's gamble with $1,000 and try to make money in the market. I'm getting you out of there. I'm getting you over here to where the smart money is. And I am pushing you into the 5 percentile group where you're an option writer. You're joining hedge funds, pension funds, mutual funds, and other institutions to write options that the gamblers play with. And this is the thing that many people don't understand. Where do options come from? They trade all the time, but where do these come from? And people were under the mistaken impression that options are created by the options market. They're not created by the options market. They're created by people who write options, institutions and individuals. And that's where you folks are joining this club. It's a unique club. Very few people do it. And you are probably finding time and time again over the last 6 months where someone hears that you're doing options and they ask you what you're doing and you try to explain it to them and you can't, because they have no understanding about options, period, going into it. And how in the world could you in any way in 3 minutes explain what you've used 6 months of your life to understand in 3 minutes? It's like a brain surgeon trying to explain to somebody on a golf course, standing on the first tee. Oh, what do you do? I'm a brain surgeon. Oh, yeah. Well, how does that work? You want to explain to a guy how brain surgery works? You've just finished medical school 10 years ago. That took you 10 years to go through. You can't explain that. Give me a break. You're doing something complicated in a way in the options market, but something rather simple in the options market. And the key here is to understand the mentality of the buyer of the contract. And this is what we're going to talk about on Saturday. So if you would like to be part of this Saturday's class, send me an email, brucefarmer@hotmail.com, and say, Bruce, I want in on your class. What do I have to do? I will send you a link to our PayPal account. I will ask you for a donation for $150. I will add your name to the group that is coming so that we can send you a link about 15 minutes before we go on the air, and you'll be part of the live class, which means just like here, you're watching me right here, and you're going to be typing in your questions like you always do. And Jennifer will handle the comments, the questions, and you'll be watching live and be able to participate in the Q&A. And after the show is over, we'll send the raw presentation over to Emily, who will edit it for us, and we'll upload it on my website later next week when I'm in the UK. And then all of you who are in the live class will automatically get a link to the new edited class that's on the website at no extra charge, and you can watch the edited class anytime you want going forward. And if you are noticing the names here of people who are here right now, and there's a bunch of them here who are talking about the options they're writing and the options they're buying back and the strategies they're doing, chances are every single one of these folks have already taken classes, either live or they've watched them all as well. There are very few people here who haven't taken at least one class or two or three. There are a number of people here who've been in every live class I've done. And you probably are noticing a certain number of these folks over here who seem to be doing rather well on their option rights, because you watch what they say, how they wrote an option. You then check it out for yourself and go, oh yeah, that's right. That's what the stock was when he wrote it. That's what that contract was. Then you're looking at the option chain, which anyone can do. And you're noticing, well, they sold that for $9.50 and they're now trading at $4. That viewer is up $550 per contract since yesterday morning. I get it. It's real. It's real. You want to be part of this crowd? Become part of it. Join us. Become members of this channel. Join our classes and check out the classes we've already made. And let's make money in this market. Guys, we are 15 minutes away from opening this thing up. The Dow is declining. We're down 242 now on the Dow. We're down 40 on S&P. We're down 166 on NASDAQ. And NASDAQ is leading the way lower. 1.23% right now is the drop. 0.9 on S&P and 0.71 on the Dow. So the Dow is not quite, it's about 60% of NASDAQ right now. So if the Dow were equaling NASDAQ's losses, the Dow would be off 400 right now. We gained 960 yesterday, something like that. We're giving up 400 the equivalent of 400 right now just on the NASDAQ, just to give you an awareness of what's going on. The markets are backing up because of what's happening on the U.S. jobless claim numbers, not good. Productivity numbers are not coming out good. And UK problems, huge UK problems are being unraveled and being discovered right now. And the British pound is taking it on the chin right now. 123.87 with a low today of 1.2362 after being at 126.37. This is a almost 3 penny drop today. 3 penny drops usually take a year. This is today in 2 hours. This is serious stuff. We've hit 88 miles an hour and the flux capacitor is going nuts. It's happening right now. The tip of the iceberg, it's going to spread into the rest of Europe, and it's coming to a country near you, like Canada and the US. This is coming our way. We can't avoid it. We're interlinked with these guys. It's on the way, and you can bet your bottom dollar that every boardroom in the United States of large corporations and all the bankers in the USA, all the committee people at the Federal Reserve and elsewhere, the Treasury folks, they're on this. They are watching this very closely for every little nuance of information. Every central banker in the world is right now completely focused in on what's happening in the UK, and they're trying to extrapolate this to their economy. And they're all thinking what I'm telling you they're thinking. They're worried about a potential slow up here that could be much worse than thought and much more deeper than thought. And so I'm just giving you in plain English the heads up, kids. As option writers, good news. Sell into strength and enjoy some capital that's coming your way, because the gamblers are always there. They never stop gambling. And you're going to be the ones taking that money off the table. Just like with, you know how the roulette wheel goes and the marble stops, and they put the little thing on top of the stack of chips where the number landed, and then they take all the other chips off the table. That's what's happening every Friday with the options market. The house rakes in all these chips every time the marble lands and stacks the chips back up again and sells people new chips for cash to keep gambling. That's what you are. You're the house, and you're offering gamblers chips to play with, your stock, on an option contract if they pay you up front. And this is what's happening every single time you write contracts. And you're finding, many of you are finding that time and again, you guys can make money doing this. Some of you have found out that you sell too soon, too low, and you buy too high when you get back out. I'm here to help you with that. Starting this Saturday live, we'll talk about stake offers and stake bids. But many of you have realized, as inexperienced as you are, as little as you know about this market, about this business, you're still able to make money. I mean, it's like you're going, I can't believe that I'm making money doing this because I don't know what I'm doing. But every time you write options, you're getting smarter. And every time you go through a cycle, you're getting more seasoned, you're getting calmer, and you're becoming more focused. And my job is to help you become a better option writer and become ruthlessly efficient at it, to really rake in the bucks, because this can change your entire economic outlook going forward. All right, there it is. All right, now we are 10 minutes away from opening this door to this market today. What is going to happen? Oh my God. Well, we'll see what's going on. John Bickman is saying, I was talking to a much older vice president in my company the other day. The market came up. He talked about how down he was. I replied, well, are you writing covered calls to make money in this bear market? He replied, no, I didn't think I could do that. Hello, surprise. JL is number 121 on the thumbs up meter. Thanks, JL. The Credit Savage, John, I know exactly what you're saying. Many people in business just have portfolio managers and they pay thousands a year to have someone else lose them money. No, thank you, sir. Credit Savage, I was talking to a buddy who is a brilliant investor, and even he said he is down around 10%. Anyone who invests is down. John says he owns some great stocks too. He has Tesla at $200, for example. I was like, man, I could crush life with a portfolio like that. How are you losing money? You could be writing options on Tesla and making a fortune. John, sure, but not bringing in premium. It's just nuts. The whole point, says Credit Savage, of learning to write covered calls is to mitigate those losses and insurance, if you will. And of course, in a bull market, to make lots of money. But we're also proving it can be done to pay bills right now. Exactly. Cindy B, I have written covered calls on SoFi, Matterport, and even ME. So today is a good day. Looking at pre-market with 9 minutes to go, let me just take a peek here. I'm showing Rocket Lab down 12 to 694. I've got SoFi down 12 to 702. I've got GameStop down 158 to 125.50. I got AMC off 31 cents to 15.42. Matterport down 11 to 5.55. 23andMe is down 5 cents to 301.98. Spire is off 4.6 cents to 168.3. ATI unchanged. I got Smart Rent down 23. That gyrates a lot in pre-markets. No change on Cyxtera from what I can tell you. Apple is down 187 to 164.16. Goldman down 285 to 321.27. Cisco off 49 cents to 51.09. Tesla down 13.60 to 9.39. ARC Innovations down 125 to 51.18. Microsoft down 372 to 2.86. We got Bed Bath Beyond down 31 cents to 13.91. Pfizer off 29 cents to 49.37. We got Hewlett Packard down 32 cents in the pre-market to 39.07. Carvana down 168 again to 57.97. Twitter down $1.30. Twitter up, $1.30 to 50.36 because Elon is lining up money to take out this company, including the one prince from UAE. That deal is going through. Elon is going to buy Twitter. The only thing that will stop him would be a U.S. government justice blockade of some kind, and I don't see it coming. I don't see it happening. I think it's going to happen. So there you go. So those of you who've been buying Twitter in the 47s and the 48s, you're going to make money. You're going to make money. Beach Boy, Market Watch Alert, SEC Blinken set to affirm China as a main U.S. rival. Exactly. No changes there. Cindy B, coming to America. That's right. Credit Savage. The way Uncle Bruce is teaching us is literally one of the most conservative ways to invest. Once we return to the bull market, we're going to laugh our asses off. He goes on to say, Beach Boy, the way we are cyber attacking Russia and funding Ukraine, I was expecting him to say Russia. Interesting. China is being decimated by COVID, so I guess that's the best time to take on them. Michael, morning all. Made it to the morning session, says Michael Downs. Got my helmet on, waiting for the fallout. 6 minutes to go, Michael. Oil is a little nuts early. Michael, thank you for being number 135 on the thumbs up meter today. Splair, my comment disappeared. Good morning, all. I struggled today to get bearish for some shorts on Etsy and Spotify until SoFi is at today's bottom. Duncan is here. How you doing, buddy? Talking to John. FL, I don't agree 100% that all option buyers are gamblers. Options are a great tool to hedge positions, especially while using leverage. I'll go with you on that. But I'm talking about the folks you're up against. Let's see. Michael, sorry, everybody, but I'm hoping for a nice SoFi dip today. Cindy, news on Spire. Gale Force will use Spire's weather data and all-driven insights to power its marine routing platform, offering customers enhanced route optimization and reduced fuel costs. This is the key to Spire's success. They are a utility. They are an entity you must have if you're in the weather forecasting business. You've got oil drilling platforms out in the oceans around the world. You've got ships around the world. You're in the cruise business. You're in the container shipping business. You're in the whatever business. You need Spire to have those eyes up there to give you accurate info down there. Absolutely. Spire will succeed nicely no matter what. John, Cindy, be nice article. Let's hope it helps the stock. One of these days, one of those articles will blow the stock straight up. There will come a point where the market will go, yeah, I never thought of that. Geez, yeah, I should buy this stuff. Yeah, well, what can I say? Devil King is here. How you doing, Devil King? Dude, it's been dipping for months. SoFi needs to go up, laughing out loud. I agree. It's time. It's time for a run. SoFi 707, 705 is where we're at right here on the markets. GameStop 125.05 down $2. We're down 9 cents on SoFi in the pre-market. We'll find out in 4 minutes what the actual market thinks. We'll be here to watch it all day long. Oh, man, Credit Savage. Oh, wow, good news on Spire. Naturally, it'll go down 10%. There you go. Michael, it can go up after Friday, he says. John, so little buying moves Spire. It's only a matter of time, and that's it. That's exactly it. 10 days in a row, 1 million shares a day. This thing is like $12. I mean, it's gone. It would take nothing. It would take nothing, but, well, we'll see. The Dow down 234, S&P down 37, NASDAQ down 160 in the pre-market right now. That's what we're showing here. That's what's happening. The British pound, 124.05. The low today, 123.62. It is getting hammered. This will fluctuate a lot. The U.S. rates right now, the 10-year rate was sitting at 2.93. It is now 3.01. Why? The USA is calling China a big freaking problem, and that is creating uncertainty, as it usually does. The U.S. 10-year also just shot up from 0.92 to 0.98%. The Italian 10-year is rising. The Spanish 10-year is rising. The UK 10-year is rising. Not good. Futures in currency, the euro 105.63. The yen is at 130 again. It's falling. The pound, of course, 124 and falling. Chinese are not going to be happy with this commentary from the Americans. Not a lot they can do about it. The European markets, the stock markets, are all higher because the thinking is the lower their currencies get, the cheaper their goods become overseas, which could raise exports for the European economy, perhaps helping the economy 6 months, a year down the road. Remember, stock markets trade on the future. Currency markets trade on now. They trade on now and perception of now and where we're headed very shortly from now. And right now, the British pound is off 1.8% to 124.04, and it's barely hanging on to 124. There you have it, kids. We're about to start trading here on the markets. We're down 236 right here. Elon Musk reportedly plans to take on the Twitter CEO job for a few months. Tesla stock is dropping because of that rumor. I can just imagine the Tesla stock dropping on rumors like that. We'll see. Will he do it? I don't know. The Tesla is off 1275 to 939. We'll find out. Lots on Elon Musk's plate. He is certainly not getting lazy in his middle age, is he? He's very, very busy and continuing to pile on the commitments that he has on the go here. Unbelievable. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Let's get ready to trade here. We're opening up in a minute. Let's see what this market is going to bring us. Hopefully, you guys are just going to get rich, 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 and richer. 153 thumbs up so far in the opening show. Thank you, everybody, for these thumbs ups. Keep them coming in if you can. Help us out with a little thumbs up. We love that direction. Let's see. We've got right now a minute left. We're about to open, so let me fire up my my phone here and get the markets all lined up so we can see how we're opening up to start the day today. Stephen is number 149. Thank you. Kareem, Uncle Bruce, what's the difference, if any, in writing 20 covered calls on one stock versus 20 covered calls on, say, 10 different stocks? Well, you're going to be a lot busier if you're going to write a call on 20 different stocks or 10 different stocks. You're going to be watching a whole lot of stuff happening simultaneously. And when markets move down in unanimity and you don't have enough time to get orders in, you might miss some opportunities. Sometimes it's best to limit yourself to a handful, and or it's best to be into one that you know very well and really work it hard. It's all up to you, my friend. Credit Savage. It's intersection. What is it? Interesting that most folks are calling today the beginning of the bear market. Hello, McFly. I've been saying this since February. We're in quarter number 2 now. Where's my bear squad? Let's go. Cindy, a nice Spire article on Benzinga. Larry has rung the bells. We're up and we're running. We're alive and well. Thank you, everybody. Coffee break for Duncan. DQ is here. Saying thank you, Larry, for hitting those bells for us. We're up and trading. Right now, the Dow is off 284 points to start the day after gaining almost 1,000 last night. We're up 38 on S&P. We're down 169 on NASDAQ. Oil up 267 to $110 a barrel to West Texas. That's bad. That's not good. Might be good for Texas. Might be good for oil stock. Bad for the U.S. economy. Bad for the Federal Reserve. Bad for interest rates. Bad for inflation. So just telling you, not a good thing. Oil going up, not good. Think, McFly. Think, says the Devil King. Think, McFly. Think. 168 on ATIP, down just 4 cents. The Dow down 321. Twitter up 143 to 50.49. That deal is going ahead. Rocket Lab up 3. Yesterday, it couldn't break even. Remember, Rocket Lab could not break even with a 1,000-point gain. Here we have a 300-point loss, and Rocket Lab's up 3 cents. I'm trying to make sense of this. SoFi down 13 cents to 701 right now. 698 right now. 698 on SoFi on 1.58 million so far. We've been as high as 710, but we're at 696. 698 right now. GameStop 123.74, 123.58, running into selling as it's off 350 a share right now. Alrighty, let's get rid of that. We are still off 300 odd points on the Dow. We're down 350 on GameStop. We got Carvana down 4.26, AMC down 18 cents, Matterport down a dime, Cyxtera down 12, ME down a dime, Spire down 4.7 cents. Hycroft Mining up 41 cents. They came up with financials last night showing that they have 130 million in the bank now. That is the AMC money, the Eric Sprott money, and so that stock's had a dead cat bounce to 180. I don't know if it can hold this. It was as high this morning as 189. Now trading at 179 on 20 million. This might fade out fairly quickly. We'll see. SmartRent up 14 cents to 4.87. Pfizer down 47 cents to 49.18. Hewlett Packard down 46 cents to 38.93. Robinhood down 4 cents. Vanik down 5.51. Home Depot down 6.28. These guys are giving up gains from yesterday big time. Texas Instruments down $2, 174.22, falling on Texas Instruments. That could well go under 170 if it really backs up. IBM down $1, Microsoft down $5, Apple down 270, Goldman down 440, Cisco down 48, Facebook down $5, Amazon is off $85. Tesla right now 942, down 10. Make that 940 on Tesla, down 12.5. Google down $53. Bed Bath Beyond down 46, BlackBerry down 15, Royal Caribbean down 40 cents. Interestingly, they came up with financials this morning worse than projected. They claim they're going to go profitable by the end of this year. Don't think so. Their losses are worse. Their numbers are still behind. They haven't got all ships running yet. There are, I think, interest rate issues that are about to befall these guys. If they're going to try to raise fresh cash to bolster their bottom line cash on hand, they're paying 8 to 12% interest on money going forward, or they've got to issue stock. They should be issuing stock right now, and they aren't. And I find it to be a tactical move. But whatever, they're down 13 cents at the moment. They're not reflecting the true situation. I think that stock's a $35 stock. Target down 320, JP Morgan down 170, Costco down 680, Walmart down 86 cents, Nvidia down $6, Disney down to 115, down $1. We got American Airlines down 25 cents to 19.38, Netflix down $7 to 196.96, Moderna down $6 to 148 right now. So it's a red one. We're down 263 right now on the Dow. Twitter is the only green one, up 166 a share. Rocket Lab just went red, down 2 pennies. SoFi still at 694, down 20. GameStop 123.81, down 327 a share. That is what we've got. We've got all treasuries in the U.S. now apparently trading above 3%, at or above 3%. The 10-year at 3.003 just took a shot in the last 15 minutes higher, creating more pressure on the pound and on the euro and on the yen, along with other currencies. We've got issues in the markets. More reports coming out that Elon Musk is strongly considering running Twitter as a CEO upon acquiring the company. It'll be a private company. He doesn't need SEC approval to be a CEO of a private corporation. Watch for dramatic changes inside that organization. It will be most interesting to see how that all plays out. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. What else is going on? Credit Savage, there it is. Sold 40 leaps on SoFi, $15 strikes, Jan 23. I got 55 cents a contract. Planning on buying those back next week for 30% less. And if not, I got lots of time to figure it out in case of a run-up. Interesting stuff. Writing a total of 40 leaps at 55 apiece. $2,200 just came in the front door in cash. I'm going to save powder, says Duncan. That's what I'm going to do. There you go. ATIP down 2.5 cents. The Dow down 279. Twitter up 183. SoFi at 695, down 19 cents. GameStop 124.22, 124.59, down 249 right at this moment in time. The S&P is off 50, and NASDAQ down 227, 1.75% on the NASDAQ pullback so far this morning. Oh my, welcome to another morning of fun. If you wrote contracts into the strength yesterday afternoon, you are laughing already. This market is backing up, and it's not just an isolated couple of stocks. The Dow now down 325, again, falling off and accelerating its losses. The low of the day, 33,717 for the Dow. We're at 33,735. We are lower. We're closer to the low of the day right at the moment, down 315 on 316-point drop on the Dow right now. No serious recovery coming here at the moment. SoFi 691, down 23 cents. Volume SoFi 2.9 million. The low of the day 687 right now, 691. GameStop volume 70,900. 70,900 volume on GameStop in the first 8 minutes. No support here. There is no lineups of buyers trying to get into SoFi right now. GameStop right now. GameStop, 70,000 volume on GameStop, down 288 to 124. Yikes. That spells lower prices in my humble opinion. AMC down 31 cents. This Hycroft mining surge is not helping AMC at all. It's down 29 cents to 15.43 on 1.7 million shares. Usually on a good day, it would have done 5 million by now, and it would be on its way to a 50 million share day. This is grim on AMC. This is grim. The Hycroft mining is still higher, but it's only up 33 cents now to 173. Opened at 139, went up to 189, now 173 and falling off quickly. Watching that. Wow. No dull moments around here. Okay, down 2.5 on ATIP, 169.5, sticking around 170. The Dow off 304. We got GameStop at 124.10, down 298. SoFi at 693, down 21. All righty, let's go. John is saying SoFi under 650 would put a ton of options out of the money for Friday. What are the chances? Bama Babe, wow, 2 of my stink offers have been executed already this morning on cover calls I wrote yesterday. Let's go. Bama Babe is doing it right. Nicholas, John, we got to wait for the first 30 minutes, then it'll pick a direction. John is saying, nice going, Bama Babe. I wore a green shirt today, isn't working up very well, says Austin. Michael, John, I wrote 7s, educated gamble, haha. Nicholas, Bama Babe, get that money. John, nice. Mike, Austin, Mike, looks like you're getting your wish. There you go. We have this market backing up. We're now in the Dow, 287 lower, 46 on S&P, 222 on NASDAQ. Oh my goodness, 124 even on GameStop right now. 308 is the down tick. The low of the day on GameStop, 122.54. The high, 124.59. And we're at 124 even at the moment, down 308. We have not been green at all on GameStop today. The Dow has given back 1/3 of its gain in the opening minutes this morning already, according to the headlines coming out. GameStop 122.74 just dropped $1.24, 126 just now, 122.42 dropping fast on GameStop, 122.42 down 466. The low of the day right now. It just broke the low of the day by a bunch. GameStop now 123 down 408. Volume on it 84,000. There's no volume here, and it's dropping fast. What is going on here? GameStop 123 last trade, down 408. The low of the day 122.42. Somebody sold in a hurry and dropped that market with nothing. 10, 15,000 shares, dropped it like crazy. 122.75 again. GameStop backing off again. AMC 15.30 down 42 cents. Is it getting hit? Yep, it's backing off as well. 2 million volume on AMC. Nothing to get excited about. Hycroft Mining 172 up 32 cents. It's backing off, but this is not causing GameStop to doing what it's doing. 123.05 on GameStop, down 403. Now 123.57. A little recovery here. Dollar better than the low. $1.10 better than the low. Now 123.01. We're really choppy on GameStop. All of a sudden, we just got choppy on GameStop. We just dropped again. 122.93 dropping again on GameStop. All righty, let's go. Any thoughts on Disney stock? Avoid like the plague. Avoid Disney stock. Florida is at war with its greatest employer. Stupid move by the politicians in Florida. They have no idea how many billions Disney can direct into SPACs to vote them out of office. No idea. Ron DeSantis, you want to take on Disney? You're never going to become president of the United States. Never. And I think that's fantastic. I dare you to fight the mouse and try and win. You're not going to beat the mouse. It's going to get you alive. Olivia, GameStop is dropping. I'm scooping, says Olivia. Michael, easy, 2,450 hopefully is what Michael's hoping for here. We're watching the Dow down 342 points. I think we're at the low of the day or awful close to it. Yep, we're there. We're just at the low of the day right now within a couple of points, down 340. We're up 54 on the S&P. We're up 244 on NASDAQ. This market is going lower now that we are 14 minutes into it? Is it that little? 7:44. Yep, we are backing off. Oh my gosh, what's happening? 122.60 on GameStop, approaching the low trade of the day again. 122.24. I think we've just hit a new low on GameStop right now, down 480. It is backing off. All of you who wrote options yesterday, day before, you're back and it's coming your direction. You cannot beat the mouse. There you have it. Let's see here. Austin, how many options did you write? 102, says Michael. The mouse always wins, says DQ. The mouse always wins. 122.02, 122.05 now on GameStop. 121.95, the low print so far today on GameStop. We're backing off in the 5 neighborhood. The Dow now down 380, new low on the Dow this morning. Twitter's up $2 to 51.12, the only stock in the green. SoFi down 27 to 687. Rocket Lab down 8 cents. AMC now down 42. Carvana down $6. How's that Texas Instruments doing? Down 298. 173.25. Nick, it's coming. It's coming to you, baby. Texas Instruments is coming to your rescue. They're on the way down again. Here we go, baby. It's coming. You're not going to be holding that much longer. Vanik down $6. Home Depot down 8. IBM down 77 cents. Microsoft down 6. Apple down 3.29. Goldman down 5. Cisco off 72 cents. Facebook down 3.92. Amazon down $92. Tesla down 25. Google down 40. Bed Bath Beyond down 92 cents. BlackBerry down 21. Royal Caribbean stubbornly only off 51 cents. What are they thinking? What are those shareholders paying attention to? Not reality, I'll tell you that. I don't know. We're down 1 penny on ATIP at 171. This one is resisting the sell-off. Very interesting to watch ATIP. We're down 414 on the Dow, kids. Down again. Rocket Lab down 13. SoFi at 682. GameStop 121.81. New low on GameStop coming into selling here. 121.80 is a low of the day, down 527 right now on the GameStop shares. Those of you who've written options, you are watching your contracts back off as they should be right here. Yes, Grant Savage. I'm in the show business industry. We always have a saying, do anything except F with the mouse. Never F with the mouse, ever. DeSantis, major mistake. Major mistake by his cronies in Tallahassee. They are going to pay dearly, not this minute, but over time. They will pay dearly for this move. The mouse is here forever. Politicians come and go at the will of PACs, super PACs. These guys are going to be outspent and are going to be buried. The bodies will be hard to find. Michael, shoveling more stocks in my bag while waiting for the bull to bust in. More SoFi, more ATIP, more. Michael, I have a stink offer for 05 to buy them all back. Austin, SoFi trying to give back all of yesterday's gain. The world is normal. Michael, yeah, about $2,000 profit or so. Wooly, Uncle Bruce, I wrote a 5-6 May 6, 125 cover call on GameStop for $4. Should I try and buy it back or let it expire? A 125 contract. It's now 122.16 on the stock. It expires tomorrow. I would buy it back for pennies if you can and end it. You want to do that so that you could be a writer for next Friday, sometime today or tomorrow if necessary. I would be looking to scoop these back if you can for a really cheap price. Put in a stink buy bid or something like that. From what I can see here, my quote is late, way behind, but I'm showing a 293 bid this morning about 15 minutes ago. I got to imagine that this contract is falling faster than that. If you can buy these back in the, say, 105 neighborhood or 86 cents or 55 cents, I would take that and run, and then take a look at writing if the market has a little recovery later today, a little dead cat recovery. Stock pops to 123, 25, 26. You can write 130s for next Friday or the Friday after that. Take a fat premium, play that game. So keep an eye on that contract. I know you're up on it, but you're not up majorly up. But my quotes are behind, so it's possible that these are trading lower than what I'm looking at because my computer is not live. All right, well done is what I'm saying too. Beautiful. ATIP doesn't care how NASDAQ is moving. ATIP is up a half a penny. 172.5. It's green. ATIP is green. The Dow's down 429. Rocket Lab down 15. SoFi down 32. GameStop 123.04 right at the moment. We are jumping around here on this stock. Okay. Let's go. What's going on here? Are you against buying Disney stock because it's too high? I'm not going to buy it right now because there are other factors that are affecting Disney. The savior for the stock was supposed to be streaming. I think streaming is suspect, like it is with Netflix and elsewhere. I think that may have topped out. We're coming into the summer season. Supposedly blockbuster movies are going to make the difference, but streaming is going to back off. park visitations. Not sure how that's going to go. I'm wondering about the invisible hand that might infect Florida, the invisible hand of death. What am I talking about? You got a governor down there that is anti-LGBT, anti-minority, he's catering to the Bible Belt voters. That's what it is. The Trump voter. You're turning off a lot of America. You're turning them off, and they're just going to say, we're not going there. It's not like there's an organization saying all of our 5 million members are boycotting Florida. It's individuals, one at a time, that are boycotting Florida, whether it's for a cruise, a visit to Disneyland, whether it's to go to Tampa, whether it's to their organizations who are not even thinking of doing a convention in Florida. Like, the DeSantis moves are going to crush Florida's prospects. They'll never admit to it because, of course, it's all fake news as far as they're concerned. But the invisible hand of people going like this, no, not doing it, not going there, not going. I think that's what's happening. I just kind of feel it. I just feel it. We'll see. Never mess with the mouse, and this is going to cost them. Just saying. All righty. Testy Donkey, UK resident here, thinking of investing in wheelbarrows for when the pound is worthless. The wheelbarrow is the new wallet. Credit Savage, DeSantis does not realize we've all been raised by Disney, and if Disney says you're a villain, guess what? They don't have to outright say it either. They own like 1/3 of the planet. I know. DeSantis blew it, has made a ton of mistakes. He will be a laughingstock on the national stage. Should he choose to go there, he will be a laughingstock. It's going to be unbelievable. Whatever, Beach Boy, FT, CNBC, and CNN says SEC investigates Chinese DD's IPO. Yeah. Beach Boy, there's been all kinds of talk about more delistings coming very shortly on a number of Chinese stocks. Avoid any Chinese stocks. Do not even think of bargain hunting down there. Stay the hell away. It's going to be ugly. ATIP up 2 cents. The Dow down 416. GameStop 123.44, 122.88. We're jumping around here. Let's go. Austin, Michael, that is why I can't write it. I'm not as bold as you are, and that's crazy. John, same for me. Austin, I need to get closer to my average where I can get that gangsta. Michael says, worst case, roll them. Austin, John, once it hits 13, I'll start. Olivia, thank God I moved out of Florida, man. Olivia, plenty of other places to vacation that are less hateful and less humid. Bahama, you should take the class this Saturday. Austin, you should take the class this Saturday. I think it would help you. Austin, Bama, one of these days, going to do one-on-one with Uncle Bruce. There you go. We're at 174, up 2 cents on ATIP, down 450 on the Dow. Twitter up 181, Rocket Lab down 8, SoFi down 30 to 684. We got GameStop down 412 to 122.96 right now. Volume on GameStop is 120,000 shares. That's not good. That is not good at all. Carvana down 615. AMC down 50 and falling at 15.20 per share. Matterport down 21. Cyxtera down 13. 23andMe down 7. Spire down 4.5. Highcroft Mining holding a 32.9 cent gain, barely. SmartRent down 12.5 cents. Pfizer down 56. Hewlett-Packard down 56 cents. Robinhood down 3 cents. Vanik down 6.24. Home Depot down 9.36. Texas Instruments down 2.90 at 173.24. Now down 2.99 on Texas Instruments. The low of 192.96 looks like that's next. 173.24 and falling again on Texas Instruments. 400,000 volume. Not enough to save that stock. IBM down 43 cents. Microsoft down 7.19. Apple down 4.36. Goldman down 4.89. Cisco down 67 cents. Facebook down 721. Amazon down $114. Tesla down 32 to 920. Google down $59. We are backing off everywhere. It's red all over the place, like it was green last night. Now it's just gone red everywhere. Down 448 on the Dow. We're down 69.8 on S&P. We're down 315 on NASDAQ. That's 2.4%, double the Dow. The NASDAQ is down the equivalent of 980 Dow points. That's how bad off NASDAQ is. This means the Dow will go lower. If the NASDAQ keeps falling at this pace, the Dow will follow, and we may lose 1,000 points today. We might just do it. We'll see here. It's backing up. GameStop, 121.32, 121.04. New low. New intraday low on GameStop, 121.04. Just hit it. We're getting these little recoveries and a spike down, little recovery on GameStop and a spike lower. The downdrafts are severe, quick, and punishing right here to watch. 121.44, 121.22. We're just around $5.50 to $6 lower on GameStop. Stink bids are in. Sit back and let the contracts fall to you and score some money. 473 downdraft on the Dow. We're going for 500 Dow points right here. We're just about to be down 500 points on the Dow in 27 minutes. 27 minutes. This is faster than the gain that we had last night. It took an hour and a half to gain 1,000. We're down 480 in 27 minutes. We're coming off quick and hard right now on the Dow. Just to give you a heads up, 492 is the down dip right now on the Dow Jones. 494 is the downdraft on the Dow. 121.44 on GameStop. The low of the day, 121.04. We're about to hit new lows the way it looks right now. 497 downdraft on the Dow. I'm watching for the 500 print. It's on the verge of printing 500 points negative for the Dow Jones to start the day in the first 28 minutes of trading. We're down 75 on S&P, down 335 on NASDAQ. We're watching NASDAQ here, 2.6 points off. That's over 900 Dow points right now on NASDAQ in 28 minutes. All righty, let's see here. Punching thumbs ups, 176 says Zed Estates. Welcome, my friend. Nice to have you here. We've got the market under pressure here. The Credit Savage, Olivia, may I recommend El Salvador? It's like Bali, except 14 hours less travel. The last COVID death was 35 days ago. The vaccination rate is like 99%, and crime has fallen almost 100%, and it's cheap. Nick, I'm thumbs up number 176. Midnight Adventure, I'm thumbs up number 177. Thank you, everybody, hitting those thumbs ups for us. Really appreciate it. What is so crazy, Austin? 2 green days in a row. Nah, Michael's saying. Wooly bought back my covered call, got my stink offer in for 513 at 130 at 6. Right on. Austin, Larry, can we ring the bells already? Yikes. We got Olivia. I speak some Spanish. El Salvador sounds perfect, she says. Loves it. Thank you all. We're down 478 on the Dow. We're up 2.5 on ATIP to 174.5. Twitter holding a 180 gain. Rocket Lab down 14 cents. SoFi down 35 to 679. GameStop 120.68, 120.56. New lows on GameStop right now, down 650. The low here now, 120.14 is the low of the day on the GameStop. We're threatening to break through 120, and it might well do it. Olivia, I'm thumbs up number 180. Thank you, Olivia, for that thumbs up. Appreciate it so much. All of you hitting that thumbs up button, you guys are great. Thank you for the momentum. We're pushing now for 200 thumbs ups here in a few moments. 184 are in. Make that 185. They're here. 120.25 on GameStop coming down. Getting hit here. Thumbs ups now 185 and counting. 15 away from 200. Thank you, everybody, for the momentum of this show for the morning. I appreciate it. Where are we at right there? We've got Florida is getting too populated, says Nicholas. I agree with that. We got the Dow down 477. ATIP up 3 cents to 175. Twitter up 184. GameStop 121.07. Trying a little rally, but these are dead cat rallies in a down market. The volume on GameStop, 172,000 shares. Not good. 120.69 just dropped again. Another wave of selling is coming in on GameStop right now. Ooh, we got stuff going on here. Mirko, thumbs up, 185. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. 120.74 now on GameStop. 60 cents off the low of the day already, down 634. You folks writing those options on your GameStop, you have got to be smiling. That grin has got to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Michael, the problem with Florida is people from out of state, New York, making out of state money and willing to pay way more for real estate. They're pricing out the locals. When you know your house in New York, your condo in New York is worth $1.6 million, you paid $800,000 for it. You come down to Florida and you can get a $400,000 property for just way roomier. I mean, do you care? You're paying 15 grand more than the last guy, 50 grand more than you don't care. Paying 585 for something that should be 485. You don't care. You got the money. I hear you. Sean and Wendy, God is amazing. Uncle Bruce, I said this might happen today. Actually, you were much more positive it would be negative than I expressed. Mallow, headline, Florida taxpayers sue Governor Ron DeSantis for eliminating Disney's special district. The lawsuit from residents claims they'll be saddled with paying off $1 billion plus in bond debt. Oh, don't mess with the mouse. Don't be messing with the mouse. Oh, but he did. He's an idiot. He did. The Dow down 503. We're down 503 on the Dow right now. We're going lower. GameStop 121.01. Trying to hang around 121. Don't know if it can do it. We got selling coming into this market right now. It's almost like you have a magic ball to see into the future. So glad you are our uncle. I do the best I can with the 40 years experience I got. In this modern day world, I'll tell you, something to be said about being around a while and having lived through crises and all kinds of issues. Man, oh man, I do the best I can with what little I have. Join me Saturday for the class, everybody. We're going to talk about the psychology of this market. Is it going nuts? Oh yeah. Are people's brains frying right now? Oh yeah. Is it going to be crazy the rest of the year? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you better be on top of what's happening out there, and you've got to be one step ahead of all those others who are out there to try to steal your money from you. No. You're taking their money from them if you play this correctly. Jason, Florida is heavily populated. Just that stretch between Miami and Fort Myers and below has 9 million people. Most of that area is Everglades. Michael, DeSantis won the vote by 20,000 votes. Disney World employees, 77,000 people. What's going to happen in the next time? He ain't going to run. He wants to go for the presidency where he can get his butt handed to him, and he will. Somehow I have to think about it, how Jerry Seinfeld's parents found a new home in Florida. Then the Costanza's parents thought about it to live there too. Del Boca Vista. We're moving to Del Boca Vista. Oh my God. We're up 3 cents on ATIP. We're down 522 on the Dow. Going further south, 121.06 on GameStop. Running into paper here. Kramer retired, so anyone can retire. Oh, Del Boca Vista. Oh my gosh. So much fun. Oh, so much fun. Cheers, all of you from around the world. It's our last week in Calgary for Jennifer and I. Next week, we're flying to UK. We're heading to London. The hotels are booked. We're going to be there. We're going to be in Edinburgh, Amsterdam, Hamburg, Berlin. Oh my gosh. We got to be packing. We're going to have to go through our clothes and pare down, get our summer clothing together. Oh my God. I'm panicking and I'm excited all at the same time. And you guys are coming with us to the trip. Oh, this is going to be something. Yeah. Anyway, Del Boca Vista, that was the name of it. Yeah, Beach Boy, the caddy, the Cadillac. John, Uncle Bruce, I had trouble controlling one contract 6 months ago. Now I'm handling 6 like it's nothing. Thanks, your conservative nephew, John. You got it, buddy. Way to go, man. 6 contracts versus 1. There it is. A year from now, are you handling 20? It's going to be something. Zed, remember those days when SoFi was like $6? SoFi, $6.69, down 45 cents. GameStop, 120.35. I think we're going lower on the GameStop again. Are we going to hit a new low? 120.14 is the low right now. 120.35 is where we're at right now. Stock is coming in for sale. Bama Babe says, you know, my bank account just loves Uncle Bruce. How about that, Bama Babe? How about that? I love it. 120.35 on the GameStop, down 673. Trades keep coming in. Opportunity knocks every day. Sean and Wendy, the other problem with Florida is house insurance. Many people are being cut off because their roofs are over 15 years old. They opened their policies to see coverage denial. That is another big problem. You got to invest in your property to be able to insure it. And insurers are getting smarter. They're not just doing blanket insurance anymore. No. We want inspections. I can see that. Issues. 121 even on GameStop, 120.99. We're jumping around here back and forth. We're down 540 on the Dow here. That is more red. Down 87, down 88.8 on S&P, 2.07%. The NASDAQ down 400, 3.1%. Almost double the Dow. The Dow would be down 1,100 if it were to match the sell-off on the NASDAQ market. That is how bad it is on NASDAQ. It's equal to 1,100 Dow points gone. This is where we could lose more points today than we gained yesterday after the so-called good news from the Federal Reserve. Yeah, some good news. The pound still getting hammered at 123.65. The pound is right near its low of the day and of the last year. It's at its lowest level of the year. It is probably now approaching 2020 prices. Not good. It's a bad thing. Interest rates, the U.S. Treasury 3.038, climbing. The interest rate is climbing in America. The German 10-year 1.006. It just went over a point. The UK 191. It's climbing, not looking good. The euro 105.46, still getting hammered, 0.75 of a percentage point, or roughly, 0.75 of a percentage point. The yen is at 130.25, down almost a full percent. The pound is off 2%. The Australian dollar off 1.5% right now. This is an ugly looking market over there. Oil up 289 to 110.70, which makes it even worse for the UK because oil is priced in American currency. And if your currency drops 2.5% and the commodity goes up 2.5%, you're off 5% today. Gas is going to surge in price in the UK. The cost of living is going to surge in the UK because of this. None of this is good. Not happy times in the UK. Amazing what we're watching here right now. The Dow down 604 because the American economists at the Federal Reserve and all the experts at all the banks that hire these guys in Wall Street, they all know this is coming to America. It too is going to hit us. We're going to get whacked with higher inflation. We're getting whacked with higher domestic interest rates. We're getting whacked with supply chain problems. We could have a slowing economy. This could be bad news. This is why you want to learn how to write options right now. Do not dilly-dally about this thing. Get on with it. Check the classes out. Join us this Saturday for a live class. But if you don't know how to write stock options or you're not sure, start with lesson number 1. I don't know how many times I get asked on emails, Bruce, I love the offer you've made. You're offering 4 classes for the price of 3. Which 4 classes should I watch right now so I can start writing options? Start with class number 1. then watch number 2, watch number 3, watch number 4, then watch the next 4, then watch the next 4. You've got to take the education seriously to really get a handle on what the hell is going on. And you'll find out that, oh, class number 1 was talking about how options work, but he covers a lot more than that in there. Class number 2, oh, there's so much in there. Class number 3, oh my God, he's talking about just all kinds of stuff. You've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, up to number 12, and then join us if you can this weekend. If you can't join me this weekend, it's okay. You can wait until the week after and order class 13 on its own when you're ready to. But you've got to get those 12 classes under your belt. If you own them, you have the rights to watch them. You can watch them again and again and again. Make the move, learn how this is done, and join these people right here who are defying this market down 619 points. There are happy people over here who are making all kinds of money because their contracts are dropping and dropping. They've already sold them up here. They're going to buy them down here. Beautiful day coming up. We're at 120.74 on GameStop. We are right near the low of the day on this thing. The low of 120.14 is still in play on GameStop. Okay. John Anderson, hail 20 contracts, bring it. I'm ready. Austin, the first green shtick of the morning on SoFi. Right now, 668. Midnight Adventure. I've been thinking about buying some leaps. Given the dip we've been in, I think a year or two out is safe enough to see some reasonable movement upwards. Lately, I've been loading up on stock. Good times. Nazareth, I wish I would have found Uncle Bruce like 5 years ago before I sold my shares of Amazon. I would have been nice. D.H. Ruda, I watched class number 1 last night. I've been watching for over a year, and I've still learned something. That's it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's so much in these classes that the title alone doesn't give it away. There is so much in there. These things are 1.5 to 2 hours long each, edited. You really want to get in there. Nick, Uncle Bruce, do you have the records of which classes we have taken? Do you know? I probably could figure out. It would take me some time, Nick, to figure out which classes you have ordered already. I would have to do that, in between shows. We're down, by the way, 654 on the Dow, down 654. We gained 950. We are down 650 now in 43 minutes. We're going down here. Jen,
sit at the front of the roller coaster. Put your arms in the
Put your arms out.
I noticed it started.
Oh my God.
It's a sign that it's either Tuesday or Thursday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. It is. I'm going to leave that up because the lighting is actually consistent.
Yeah.
I have to put up a screen, a sunlight blocker when I do my primetime shows because the sun just comes beating in on my head here, and I'm all lit up here, and I'm all dark over here. So I put that thing up there. I forget to take it down. So whatever. Jen, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? How is everybody? Are they feeling whiplash?
What happened this morning was the UK started it all off.
Yeah.
In the pre-market. Yeah.
We have someone to blame.
Well, we had the Fed last night.
Yes.
Markets went up.
Yeah.
Then overnight, the Bank of England had their meeting, which was scheduled.
Right.
And they had dissension inside the meeting.
Oh.
It's not like there were fist fights or anything like that, but 3 of 7 wanted to raise rates 0.5 point.
Oh.
4 of 7 went 1/4 point.
Okay.
So they went with 1/4.
Right.
But it has been revealed that what the governors of the Bank of England, the committee members, what they were presented with from their economists is what's creating the problem today.
They weren't given
the inflation estimates.
Yeah.
Right now, the UK is in about 6.5% inflation.
Okay.
And the thinking is, well, we'll raise rates and we'll curb inflation.
Right.
And that's why the 3 members said, let's do it 0.5 point.
Sure.
And we'll really knock inflation up.
Yeah.
The others went, we can't do it 0.5 point because the higher we raise rates, the more we're going to hurt the economy.
Right.
Now, the inflation number is 6.5. The estimates by the end of this year, 10.5%.
Whoa.
That's bad. But then the second document landed on the bankers' desks from their economists, and this is the one that really made it bad. That one is GDP estimates,
Yeah.
the growth of the British economy.
Yeah.
The last time the governors were given the report, they were told 6.5% growth in the GDP of Britain as everything reopens again.
Right. Yeah.
Today, a half a point negative
Oh.
GDP for next year.
Okay. Wait. So the one
6.5 plus to
Yeah.
one negative 0.5%.
How does that happen?
High inflation.
No. How does that happen? That you have economists that come out with
Revising
different
economics,
numbers.
the supply chain nightmare from China, the China shutdown that is just blown out of
And the
proportion.
first report just had been written before all of that had happened.
That's right. Shanghai has been in
Yeah.
a lockdown for over a month now. It was only it only entered a lockdown a month ago.
Yeah, and what
Now Beijing is going into a lockdown.
They just got over their imposed 4-day weekend, or none work week, whatever
Whatever it was.
And we'll see how long they stay open.
Huge problem. So the
Yeah.
UK is now looking at a recession situation for their GDP, and the bankers are going, why are we raising rates? We're
Yeah.
going into a recession. We don't raise rates knowing we're going into a recession, but we do raise rates when inflation gets out of hand. Well, we haven't had stuff like this since the early 70s when the oil embargo made oil go from $2 a barrel to $10 a barrel overnight.
Yeah.
A 500% increase in energy costs for the Western world
Yeah.
overnight, creating panic buying at gas stations, creating all kinds of supply chain disruptions, creating 20% inflation rates, creating mortgage rates of 18%, car loans of 18%, making credit card of 22% interest not look so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Inflation went nuts. People were getting 8 to 10 to 12% pay increases and losing. And this is all happening at the same time. Now we have 10% inflation expected, a contracting GDP economy happening, and no end in sight because the China thing is at the tip of the iceberg. And so the British pound today has backed off from 126 this morning to 123.65 in 2 hours. That is a 2.1% haircut on the cost of living for all UK residents.
Yeah.
And here's the bad news. It gets worse. Not only is your currency down 2.1% right now, oil is up 2.6% in American dollars.
Yeah.
So oil just went up 2.6%. Your currency went down 2.1%. You're down 5% in the standard of living just on buying gasoline starting now.
Right.
This is how negative
like
and how sudden
the door today.
This is. So the Dow is off 556 points. It was down 565. It was down 740 just a few minutes ago. It's a negative market because now the prognosticators are reading into this and going, this is coming to America. This is coming to America. Right. America is going to have higher inflation than they thought. There's no way it's going to stay at 7-8%. It's going to go to 10, maybe 12. Yeah. And that could create a cutback in the economy because Americans aren't stupid. Americans are smart. Right. They figure out, I'm not spending money if I'm not getting a 12% pay raise and my cost of living goes up 12%. I'm not going to buy those luxury items. I'm cutting back. That's what Americans are good at.
Yesterday, they raised the interest rate by
0.5.
But at the same time, did they not come out and say, we're going to do this again? We're going to raise it 0.5 point again in 3 months? Hadn't they?
No, 0.5 point per month.
Per month, yeah. So
they want to get to 2 to 2.5%.
Yeah.
But that won't be enough.
Wow.
If inflation is going to go to 12%, you're going to need a 6% bank rate, maybe an 8% bank rate.
Yeah.
You have to have personal loans going out at 10% to make people go, oh, I'm not buying anything with 10% interest. Are you kidding?
But every time you raise the interest rates, you get more defaults.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And you get a slower economy.
Yeah.
And with a slowing economy, you'd think that you'd have lower prices.
Right.
But if you have a pandemic that isn't human, creating the problem in the first place, you can raise rates all you want. You can't stop the inflation. And therein lies, as I've been saying, the bankers are wrong. Yeah. The bankers should actually be lowering interest rates. They should be supplying the world economy with more cash to stop the recessions. But the issue here is they're going, well, we're old school guys and girls, and what we do is to slow down economies and inflation is we raise interest rates. Yeah, well, that's because there's human costs or there's human-induced inflation. But this is not a human created problem. It's a virus. It's an alien, and we're not defeating the alien right now. Yikes.
Yikes.
Yes, so I'm
Exactly.
kind of busy this morning. I have viewers of mine. Well, I got viewers of mine that are putting in stink bids to buy back their contracts, and they're kind of going, it's going great. GameStop's down 590 to 120, 116. Yesterday they got up to 127 or something.
Yeah.
That's backed off. So a whole bunch of contracts are falling off.
$6,
Yeah, we got, mind you, ATIP up 3 cents to 175, defying everybody. The outlier. Twitter's up 179 because Musk has announced that he's found more financing. He's got backers all over the place, and he's going to be CEO of the private company for a while. Tesla's down. Twitter is up. Rocket Lab down 22 cents. Couldn't break even yesterday. Tried to go up this morning. Couldn't hold it. SoFi down 39 cents, giving back half the gains from yesterday. We're down to 675. GameStop, like I said, 121.16. Carvana down 789 to 51.76. That was a $130 stock 2 months ago. It's getting crushed. AMC down 71 cents to 15.01, getting crushed. Matterport down 27 cents. Xterra down 9. ME down 12. Spire down 7.5. Highcroft Mining was up, 60, 70 cents? Only up 20 now, coming back. Smart Rent down 19. Pfizer down 91 to 48.75. It broke 50 yesterday in the afternoon. Hewlett Packard at 38.63. It was pushing for 40 yesterday. Now 38.63, down 76 cents. Robinhood, unbelievably, down 26 cents, still at 10.63. That's a $5 stock at best. Vanik down $8. Home Depot down 11. Texas Instruments, Nick, you're down $4.25 to 171.98. It's coming, baby. It's coming for you. It's coming down. It's coming. It's going to break 170. IBM down 80 cents. Microsoft down 10.50. Apple down 5.20. Goldman down 6.80. Cisco was 52. Now it's 50.60, down 96. Facebook down 11. Amazon down $144. Tesla down 41. Google down 101. It's red everywhere. Red. It is everywhere. Interest rates. Now we're down 620 again on the Dow. Like I've been saying, we're going lower. And there you have it. GameStop, 120.57. The low of the day, 120.14.
With the bank stocks, it's an odd one because with the interest rate going up, they're going to make more money on their loans, but they're also going to have more defaults.
And they're going to do fewer loans.
Because
certain companies,
you get a little, you lose.
Yeah, bankers are going to go, I'd love to send you money. I'd love to rent you some of my money.
Yeah.
My rent is now 8%.
Yeah.
And under your corporate structure,
qualify.
You can't borrow money from me at 8%. You'll lose money.
Yeah.
Because your business has such thin margins, and you're such a perfect just-in-time manufacturer of merchandise, and your supply chains are all screwed up. I'm not lending any money because you guys are going to lose money this year, and you can't afford my interest rates. You have to go somewhere else. Where do they go? The junk bond market, where there are gamblers out there going, I'll lend you money at 12%, but I want all kinds of caveats against that, and maybe stock options and who knows what. This is where corporate America gets desperate, or corporations get desperate to raise money between 12 and 15%. That spells doom and gloom. This is what's out there. Where a year ago, corporations were borrowing at 0. Ford did a bond at 0. DraftKings did $1 billion at 0 interest. 0 interest. Now they're looking at 4, 8, 12%. Things have changed. Unbelievable. So we just hit a new low on GameStop. 120.10 on GameStop. We just hit a new low right now. The low is 120.10, and we're right there. And yet the volume on GameStop with these lows, 248,000 volume.
No,
that's nothing. That's bad. No support.
No.
No support.
Everybody's holding their cash. Understandable.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So what do I do today for the bite to eat?
Well, I can offer you bacon and egg bagel with or without cheese. You could have your own McMuffin bagel. You could have new glasses.
These are cheap readers. They don't break. How about just a Cheese Whiz bagel today?
Okay.
I'll just go with the old Cheese Whiz today.
Okay.
Yeah. Talking about the trip,
Yes.
how excited and panicked we are all at the same time. We have so much to do. We have so much to do, but it always is the way when you get closer. Now's the time to do this. Now's the time to do that. Now's the time to do that. But we'll get it done. And if we forget to buy something from here to take with us, we'll buy it there.
Well, and there's some things that I want to buy there as like souvenirs.
Of course.
I'm a big scarf lady. I've got a neck that looks like a turkey. So, you got to wear scarves. And
This is Jennifer Aniston. Look
this
at
will
that.
be, this will be from, I can buy lovely scarves.
There's a few Burberry items available in Europe.
Are there?
Well, the odd Burberry item.
We have Burberry here too.
Or the odd Burberry knockoff item.
Yeah. Yeah.
When in Berlin, you can go to Primark and
Exactly.
pick up some $2 Burberry knockoff scarves.
Yeah.
Or
You're
two
this
euros.
pattern isn't quite right.
It's not quite right, but it looks interesting. Unique. It's a souvenir.
This seam isn't
GameStop
right.
just broke 120, 119.96. Just broke 120 and falling.
I feel like a 15 is in its future.
190. Yeah, we're heading lower on the GameStop now. 119.96.
I'll go
119.60 is a low of the morning. Thank you, Miss Jen, so much. We are gearing up here on so much stuff. The Nasdaq is down 3.3% to give back the entire post-Fed rally from last night's last 2 hours of trading. That's a headline that's just coming across right now. We're down 629 on the Dow. That's 1.8%. S&P's down 2.4%, down 103 points. Here we go. Just got NSDA notice is off 3%, erasing gains. Wow. Michael, 2 cents away. Never thought I'd be rooting for a stock I owned to drop. Nick, who is holding this? Texas Instruments not allowing it to drop, Bruce. Who is doing it? Right now, Texas Instruments is down 406 to 172.17. It's coming off, buddy. It's coming to you. We're up 1.5 on ATIP. The Dow up down to 615. Twitter up 182. SoFi down 39 cents. GameStop down $7 at 120.09. We just broke 120 a moment or two ago. I want that Texas Instruments down below 165. Well, Nick, a couple of days, it's on the way. John, hello, Jen. Sean, hi, Auntie Jen. Almost travel time. Good morning, Jen from Duncan. Mirko, good morning, Jen. Who didn't see this dip coming, says FL. Zach, 197, thumbs up. Good morning, gang. Thanks, buddy, for that. Larry is here. Good morning, Jen. John, oh my God, Spire. I didn't think it was possible to go below my average of 192. John, good news, must go down. Why the face? Mirko, friend of mine, ordered a new Mercedes delivery date, Q2 2023. And VW won't even take new orders right now in Germany because they don't know when they can deliver. Really bad. There you have it. Business has business that can't be done. That's because VW cars are at the bottom of the ocean, says Michael. Remember that ship? Dave, although these types of talks are why I'm here, not because of any individual stock. Sean and Wendy, Uncle Bruce told us closing show and Wednesday night show, this was coming. We heard him, but whoa. Splair, for me, it's the complete package. Good conversation. Noise stocks, information you can use to learn something, and much more, many more little points that make it to be a perfect channel. Thank you, everybody, so much. Dave, the Mac guy, I know Uncle Bruce isn't keen on covered calls for SoFi right now, but I sold some yesterday. I couldn't help myself. Michael is same for me. FL for the UK, it's a double problem. You have the virus and the Brexit. Yep, and inflation. It's just a mess. Pam, I'm going to have my best day ever since I've been writing covered calls. She says, Credit 7, junk bond markets, baby, where Carvana has landed, and so puts time on Carvana. For FL, junk bonds are the Wild West. Rather dilute shareholders before going to the loan sharks. Not your daddy's doobie. If you're on the fence about taking Bruce's classes, take the classes. There you go. Splayer, I hear panic. Maybe you should first visit a bigger city in the Netherlands. Dow down 653. GameStop 119.35. Another new low of the day. We're down 773 on GameStop and backing up. The low of the day now, 119.35. We're there right now. We're at the low of the day on GameStop. Primark should be in Amsterdam as well. I think they are. John, today is all my fault. I made the mistake of telling my wife that SoFi Inspired had a nice pop yesterday. My bad. Coyote, good morning, everybody. John, my SoFi covered calls. Oh, thank you. Scott, wow, what a morning. The best part of taking vacations are new places to walk, veggies to eat, and, well, you just have to drink the water and take a walk. You just got to go and do that. Michael, Coyote, thumbs ups. John, glad you and Mike are making money. Then Mirko, for me personally, the inflation should go to the moon. Bought 2 houses in 2020, interest rates between 0.45 and 105, and already made a deal to refinance in 12 years at 1.55. Can't make more money, I think. Beautiful job. Jason, y'all got balls selling those covered calls on SoFi right before the earnings. Coyote, anyone know good treatments for rug burn? Michael, Jason, mine expire tomorrow. Won't be worrying about the earnings. 172 on ATIP, unchanged. The Dow down 643. SoFi 671 down 43. GameStop 118.62. 118.62 on GameStop. We're going further into the red. We're down now 118.39. Another new low. 118.39 on GameStop. Falling further right now on GameStop. 118.39. 118.22. Again, another drop on GameStop. 882 drop. Your contracts are coming to you, kids. Your contracts are coming to you one step at a time, 1 penny at a time, 1 dime at a time. Texas Instruments 172.41 down 382. It will drop again. The Dow down 638. S&P down 106. NASDAQ down 486 points. 3.75 lower. In percentage terms, at 3.3, we took away yesterday's gains. Now 3.75, we're even worse off. The Dow has to drop almost double to match NASDAQ, which means the Dow should be down right now 1,300 points to equal NASDAQ's drop. Just to keep it in perspective, the Dow is only off half as much as the NASDAQ market is off. This is what's going on. Going lower. Oh man. Dave, the Mac guy, I would love if SoFi spiked enough to get assigned even more money. Coyote, Dave, for real, please take me out. SoFi, do something. I freaking dare you. Splair, when Etsy hit 87 today, I started dancing in some gains here. What can I say? We're down 683, 684. GameStop 118.29 and falling again. The low of the day, 118.22. We're 7 cents away from a new low on GameStop. No support. Carvana 49.94 now, down 9.72 on Carvana, falling again. AMC 14.86, down 86. We got red all over the place. Pfizer down 97 to 48.70. Hewlett Packard down 93 to 38.46. Vanik down $9, 9.20. Home Depot down 11.80. Texas down 4.14 again. Set 172.09, barely hanging on there. IBM down 90. Microsoft down 12.40 to 277. Apple down 6.20 to 159.80. Goldman down 7.80 to 3.16. Cisco down $1, $1.03 to 50.55. Down 12.50 on Facebook. Amazon down $170 to 123.48. Tesla down $61 to $8.91. Google down 112, 23.38. Bed Bath Beyond down 125. BlackBerry down 28. Royal Caribbean down 3.28. Finally, reacting. Finally, Target down 6.63. JP Morgan down 2.50. Costco down $19.12 to 5.25. Walmart off 78. Nvidia down 13.88. Disney down 2.88 to 113. American Airlines down 56 to 1907. Netflix down $12 to 191. DraftKings 15.32. Moderna $14 lower to $140. It's red everywhere. The Dow off 664. GameStop 117.97 on GameStop. That's the new low of the day. 117.97 down $9.11 lower on GameStop. Your contracts are falling to you. The stock is coming back to you, kids. Jen, thank you so much for my bagel with
Your bagel.
with cheese whiz.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, GameStop 117.83, another low, down 921. We are under pressure. Do. Pressure. Oh my gosh. Are we ever seeing it? We're down 629 on the Dow. Wow. Headline: US dollar soars 0.9%, trading near some of its highest levels in almost 20 years. That's a sign. Unbelievable. We're down 618 on the Dow right now. Wow. What a morning, man. What a morning. Hector, good morning. How's everybody's breakfast? Steak and eggs? Ask Duncan. IR. Ice, baby. Oh, my. We're down 650 on the Dow Jones and 118.07 on GameStop. 117.83 low trade of the day on GameStop here. 117.87 right now. We're 4 cents away from another low on GameStop right now. Down 921. Oh my. ATIP holding a 1.5 cent gain, 173.5. Twitter up 188 to 50.94. The Dow down 645. SoFi 668. GameStop 118.26. Carvana 49.60 down $10. Yikes. Oh boy. $13.50 loss on Microsoft. 276. Amazon down 179. Google down 131. Tesla down $60. Got some people losing money today. That's what's happening out there. Option writers making money. Michael saying, damn it, I didn't get hit. Didn't get filled at 05. That's because you put in a round number. Why are you buying at 5? Are you restricted 5 or 10? You can't put in a 6? If you could put in a 6-cent bid, you should be doing that. FL. Google down 5% in 1 hour. Not your average day at the office when the biggest caps drop like penny stocks. SoFi 667, but John thinks it's going under 650 for tomorrow. Michael, yep, I'm stuck. I either put in 5 or 10-cent bids. So you got to sit at 5. And that's the problem with low commission trading. If you don't have the rights to put in at a 5.1 or 5.5 or a 6-cent bid, you can't stink bid ahead of everybody else. You've joined dozens of other buyers at 5. You're just waiting now. Good news is the stock is your direction. So, okay, but you're now waiting. That's the problem. We're down 699. The Dow is going to go down 700 here. Here it is, 701. Oh boy. Yeah, the market is under pressure. 117.69 on the Dow. New on 117.69 on GameStop. 117.62 new low. 117.60 new low. Dow's off 708. $117.62. Down she goes. $117.50. Another new low on GameStop. Down 958. Oh boy, oh boy. It's 117.39 on GameStop. Another 11 cents drop. Dropping again. 117.21, the new low print on the day. We're down 750 on the Dow. Down 770. NASDAQ down 560. Wow. What a hit. 4.34%. That's like the Dow being down 1,500 points. That's what the NASDAQ's doing right now. Modifying that bagel. Oh, that's so good. Mike, yep, I don't pay any commissions, so I can't bid 6 or 7 or 8 cents. I have to bid 5 or 10 or 15. I hear you, buddy. BW, Spire, and ATIP. These shares are just embarrassing. When is the SEC going to give them a delisting warning? Been months down at these levels. They don't have rules to force companies to make changes, get off the floor. What's the deal with these guys? FL, where is the next knight in shining armor for the market? Jay Powell rally held for 2 hours. Christian Smith is the newest member of this channel. Christian, welcome as a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member. If you're a returning member, welcome back to the party, pal. It's great to have you here. As you are probably aware, you are among some of the greatest YouTube members of any channel anywhere. Thank you for your support of this old man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the party, pal. It's nice to have you here. Fantastic. Let's see here. Let's go. Welcome, Christian from Coyote. Christian, this GameStop volume is a joke. Diamond hands prevail. Thanks, guys. See the Golden Bagel members rock. There you go. Welcome, Christian, from Larry Titus. Nice to have you here. GameStop 118.72 after dropping at 117.21. What a day. GameStop volume right now, 374,000. That's bad. That's not good. The optimist would say, well, there's not a lot of selling coming in. The pessimist would say there is no support at this level from anybody. This thing is off almost $9 a share, and there's no buying coming in here. What does it take for GameStoppers to step up with the stock? Well, the GameStoppers who know, those of us who've been a while, we've been here a while, we know that this stock can fluctuate $20, $30 in a day like nothing. Right now, there is no news, and the prevailing sentiment out there is so negative. Why would we get in front of a bus that's going down a hill? Let the thing run out of energy before we get in there. And right now, that's what's going on. Option writers are cleaning up right here, absolutely cleaning up. Bama Babe, welcome to the party, Christian. Thanks, everybody. You got it, Christian. Welcome to the gang. Nice to have you here. Let's make a pile of money, please. We're down 735 on the Dow Jones. We're down 117 on S&P. We're down 504 on NASDAQ. Yuck. I think that's the word. It's called yuck. We got oil up 171 at 109.50 in Texas. Salesforce Inc. and Nike losses contribute to the Dow 725-point drop. Unbelievable. China-focused ETFs are sinking in value as Blinken reportedly plans to affirm China is the main U.S. rival. There you go. Oh, man. Cindy, I bought another 100 shares of Spire. Now I got 2,500 shares. Right on. Stealing paper from innocents. It's incredible. Spire, 162.5 down a dime today. Anyone buying this stock right now, you're paying 7 cents more, 8 cents more than the all-time low. This is a bargain down here, stealing paper. 106,000 traded on Spire, and they announced another customer today. What do they have to do? I do not know. ME down 13 cents to 293. The low is 290. All-time low 283. We're almost at the low of all time there. Matterport down to 536, hit 528 today. All-time low 525. Bargoon City on Matterport. AMC 14.95 down 77 cents. Carvana down 8.87 to 50.78. Oh my gosh. SoFi down 41 to 6.73. Rocket Lab 6.78 down 28 cents today. The all-time low on Rocket Lab 6.58. That was a couple days ago. We're at 6.78, 20 cents above the all-time low on Rocket Lab. They got a back order of hundreds of millions of dollars in satellite launches. They just got it going on. They got cash. They have no debt. They're doing great. Stock's not doing great, but the company's doing great. Unbelievable. Eventually, those two will match. They'll merge at much higher prices per share. We're up a penny on ATIP. The Dow down 840. We're down 840 points on the Dow. We're about to lose the entire gain that we had yesterday. We're now down 860 on the Dow, and we're going to go down 1,000 points or more. Watch. Just watch. Just watch. It's going to happen. Oh, boy. Christian, is that you tanking the markets? Beach Boy wants to know. Is that you? Oh, just check it. Down 867 on the Dow Jones. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Are we backing off here? 870-point drop on the Dow Jones right now, giving back all of yesterday's gains, just being eviscerated right here, right now. Wow, 118.56 on GameStop, 118.41 here. The low of the day, 117.21. 2 trades away from a new low on GameStop. It would take nothing. Christian Beach Boy, the only thing I'm tanking is my bank account for GameStop. It's a bargain at this price as far as he's concerned. There you have it. And the bargain gets bigger and bigger all the time. 118.80 here on GameStop. Yeah, we could go lower. We could go to 110 today. Today, we could do it. This market is showing no signs of letting up. We're down 889 on the Dow Jones. We're just about to hit 900 on the down dip here. Just about to hit down 900. 891 drop on the Dow right now. 544 on the S&P, on the NASDAQ. We're down 895 on the Dow right now. 895. And we're down 544, 545 on NASDAQ. Wow. NASDAQ down 4.2. The Dow's down 2.6%. It's way behind the NASDAQ. Way behind. 899 is the drop. 903 on the Dow. Just broke 900, down 903. We've almost given back the entire gain of yesterday. The NASDAQ already did it. I think the S&P has already done it. Now we're waiting for the Dow to catch up. It is way behind, down 915 to 919 now, and still falling quickly. GameStop 118.72. That can't go up. Yeah, pretty rough. 672 down 42 on SoFi right now, as we watch this market really go through some gyrations here. Unbelievable. Man, oh man, oh man. Can I tell you, this market is under pressure, and that's all there is to it. And we're witnessing it live right now. What can I say? Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. Okay, just keeping on top of things here. Right on. Yeah, Vash, we can take care of you. No problem, Vash. We got you covered tomorrow. We're good. We're good, buddy. We're good. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with me today. It's been just a crazy ride all morning here. Lots going on. Thank you for the 221 thumbs ups, you guys. That is really helping. If you can bring a few more in here, I would appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button for us if you could. We're at 123.75 on the British pound. Wow, what a drop today. Down as low as 123.61. It has been a 1 week streak lower for the British pound. Not good. The Dow down 870. It is just awful. We are seeing so much volatility here. Absolutely so much. Let's go here. Yep. Yeah, Bill, you got it. The volatility is everywhere. John, Bama just sold Goldman Sachs. Just sold to Goldman Sachs at 50% profit. Thanks to your suggestions a while back to keep Goldman Sachs at about 50% profit. Right on. And FL, volatility is an option seller's best friend. That's exactly right. GameStop 118.18. We're backing off again here. It looks like to me. Yep, 117.49 on GameStop. We're falling fast. We're backing off to a new low on GameStop, 117.49, 117.55. We're backing up. NASDAQ down 4% as Wall Street gives back gains notched in the Fed relief rally. That's what's happening on the headlines, guys. 117.50 on GameStop. The low today, 117.21. And what can I say? Mike, I'm an idiot. I can put in a limit at 6. Do it. Mike, way to go. Olivia, nice work. John, Bama, John Anderson, great. Michael, and already partially filled. Beautiful. Get it done, Michael. Get it done. And use those stink bids. Absolutely. Lock those gains in there. Beautiful job. 670 now on SoFi. GameStop 117.43. Dropping a little more now. 117.43 on GameStop. Down 968 or 17.41. 20 cents away from the low of the day right now. That's what's happening here as we speak. 117.40, another penny lower on GameStop. The Dow down 883.8. Yuck. Is that the word? 117.34. 117.34 on GameStop. 13 cents from the low of the day. We're coming in again on another wave of selling. 117.03 new low. 117.01 new low. We're going for 117 now. We're going to take it out from what I can see. 117 is the last trade. Here we are hitting it. The bid is being hit at 117 even. This is going lower. We're going to go lower here. We're down 10.08 on GameStop. We could go lower. This bid is getting hit right now with sellers. The Dow down 900 points as stocks continue to erase the relief rally. Headlines are going across everywhere on this stuff. 117.30, 117.50. We're trying to hold on to 117. I don't think we can do it. I think we're going to go through it and go lower. Too much selling coming in. GameStop volume is 455,000, and they can't hold 117. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I don't think it's going to hold 117. I think we're going below here. We're going to crap it out and bust it, knock it out of the way. What a market. What a day this morning. Those of you who are buying back call options, way to go, guys. Taking advantage of these dips, selling into strength, writing, and then buying back on these pullbacks. They're just going to keep happening for you. I do not fear the upside anywhere. Wow. Do you think we should buy some GameStop? Nope. Going under 100. We're going into the 90s the way this is going. I'm wondering. Yeah. Yeah. France is saying Cisco is a solid stock, but not even being swayed that much right now. Yep, 117.78 on GameStop, getting ready for another wave. 117.73, we'll watch for that. Over on Texas Instruments, 172.55 down 368. Home Depot down 13.60. Vanek down 9.50. IBM down 133. Microsoft down $13. Apple down 6.22. Goldman down 10.32. Cisco down 124. Facebook down 14, Amazon down 168, Tesla down 54.79, Google down $116. We are running into a buzzsaw of selling. These markets are not able to recover from the selling off. American Airlines $19 down 62 cents. Netflix down $12 to $191. Moderna down $12 to $142. Yikes. What can I say? Michael, I'm out. I cleared 1662 in less than 24 hours. Way to go, buddy. Well, job well done. You put in that 6-cent bid. Right on, man. All right, 848 is the loss on the Dow right now. Zach is going, Michael, nice job. Same with John. Nice job there. People with dry powder can just wait this out, and guys that are long and leverage are getting calls from their brokers. Hard to find any buyers at this environment. That's why you don't buy right now. You don't buy. You let it back off. They go down a lot further and faster than you think. When they back off, they do that crazy. Michael, if I could do this 3 times a week, that would be great. Yeah, I hear you there. Clearing 1,600 on a trade, not a bad move. That helps pay bills for sure, my friend, for sure. Nice going. 117.45 on the GameStop. We're coming down again to the low of 117 even. We're backing up again here with another wave of selling. Oh, my. What a day. SoFi, 668 down 46 cents. Twitter holding a 179 gain to 50.85. It's the only green, down 2 cents on ATIP right now. Beach Boy, you demand. There you go. Mike, you demand. GameStop, 117.48 to 117.60. Zach, that's 1,000 more shares of Spire. Just saying, Mike, that's, just saying, that's another 1,000 Spire right there. That it is. Oh, man. What can I say? 117.45 to 48 on GameStop. Selling coming in again. Here we are. Oh, boy. John Bickman. It sure is. Mike is going, yes, indeed. 117.48, 117.49 on GameStop. The Dow down 807.9 at the moment. S&P down 128, NASDAQ down 536. We are coming into stock, and there's no doubt ifs, ands, or buts about that. Let's take a look at some headlines here. Let's take a look, see what they're saying out there. Stocks drop as investors assess Fed comments. That's in the Wall Street Journal. Tech shares led a sell-off, and stocks reversing after Wednesday's rally. The Dow fell more than 800 as the NASDAQ dropped 4%. The 10-year Treasury pushed back above 3%. Musk secures $7 billion in fresh financing for Twitter deal. Saudi Prince and Larry Ellison and a Bitcoin exchange are among a group of 19 investors who have committed more than $7 billion to back the Tesla CEO's bid for Twitter. Supreme Court hunt for leaker of draft abortion opinion has no roadmap. The marshal running the probe has untested investigative powers, and the leak might not even be a crime. Search for yield pushes investors into dividend-paying stocks. Fed and the Biden administration float new lending rules for lower-income areas. World Health Organization says 15 million have died from COVID-19 pandemic. 15 million have died. The World Health Organization estimates 15 million. End of 2021 with India suffering one of the highest death tolls of any country. Yikes. Man, oh man. Tons and tons of developments out there. Just unbelievable. Crude at 108.10, up only 29 cents. We might be backing off a bit on crude. Brent is 110.83, only up 69 cents. Watching that closely. The U.S. 10-year Treasury, 3.049, climbing again. The German 10-year, 1.014, climbing as well. The futures in currencies, the euro 105.29, down almost a full penny. The yen 13024, up again. That's negative 1.1 yen. That's bad news for yen holders, but good news for Japan as it wants its currency to drop. The pound 123.70, down 265 today, getting crushed, absolutely crushed. That's amazing. The Swiss franc is backed off to 98 cents on the US dollar at the moment. That is what we've got there. Oh man, are we seeing stuff happening here? OPEC is sticking to production plan as higher oil prices boost economies. The move comes despite repeated calls in recent months from the U.S. and other major oil-consuming nations for Saudi Arabia and other producers to pump more to help tame prices. Why would they do that? These guys are scoring more money on less production. Why would you increase production? That is counterproductive. The only way to get these guys and get them good is for Americans, Canadians, the Europeans to use less oil. That's how you bankrupt China. That's how you bankrupt Russia. You put pressure on Eastern countries to play ball. But right now, they're getting richer and bolder. It's only bad news. It's just more bad news for us later. Yeah, holy moly. What else? Initial claims for layoffs increased by 19,000, 200,000 last week, the Labor Department said. Mass student debt cancellation, legally risky, says top Obama education lawyer. It's in a confidential memo. A former Education Department General Counsel warned it is doubtful courts would accept President Biden's canceling debt for all student borrowers. What I can see happening here is where Biden will get in front of a student body in Delaware, his alma mater. He will announce his intention to forgive a certain amount of dollars in student debts, knowing that it will never happen, knowing that the courts and the Republicans will put up all kinds of roadblocks. He will then utilize that as his ammo for the midterms. And he will tell the students of the United States of America and former students of the United States of America, you elect a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate, and I can guarantee you two things will happen. One, abortion will be legalized by votes because the Republicans won't be able to stop it. And number two, I will cut student debts through the Congress and the Senate by a bigger amount than I promised already. Because now that it's law, it's virtually impossible to stop it. That could be the strategy of the president of the United States and his handlers. That's what I'd be telling him to do. It's what Republicans should be telling their presidential candidates to do, especially in a midterm. Now, if that turned the Senate and the House and he could deliver on those two pledges, the next presidential election, he could be nominated and win again with both majorities intact, because the Democrats will pit themselves against the Republicans and will ask the American people, what do you want? Do you want to go back to pro-lifers? Do you want to go back to student loans being crushingly high? How about if we drop the age of Medicaid from 65 to 60 to 55 to 50 over the next 5-10 years? Would you like to go back to just 65 and older? How much do you want to give back? I have a suspicion the country would quickly go Democratic, and the majority of people who are Democrats will all vote to crush the Republican right agenda. That could happen. I'm just saying that could happen. We'll see what happens. Doing what I can with what little I have. I'll tell you that right now. What little I've got is all I'm doing here. All right. Zach, be back later. I got to go to work. Bama, I wonder if the market will get a little bounce this afternoon. I'm addicted to writing covered calls. I hear you there, Bama, babe. Scott, I really think what is keeping these stocks down is showing profits over the long term. For us, that means for every quarter that goes by, we have one fewer quarters to pick these up cheap. Mirko, see you later, Bagel Heads, Beach Boys. So, Uncle Bruce, when should it be a good time for GameStop stink bids? Well, any old time, my friend. You always want to make sure they're out there. We're right now 116.88 on the stock, new low here on the GameStop from what I can see right now, 116.66, new lows, and we could see a $6 drop from here in the next 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour. We could. Would that make your options work for you? You may want to get your stink bids in right now just to be there. But I'm wondering, would your stink bids be 205s or 185s or 165s, or how low can we go? I don't know. I can't remember exactly which contract you have, so I'm having trouble figuring this out. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Welcome to the party. It is a most interesting time, to say the least. Oh, are we having fun here? Coyote, 1 million in the U.S. have died from COVID. Uncle Bruce, Greta Savage, all these people from the pundits to the experts are all screaming bloody murder and crashes. Everyone is losing money. They say that I'm here like, what the face you talk about? I'm making money. Thank you, Uncle B. There you go. Coyote, also, isn't it strange how leaking that agreement could be a crime, letting people know what rights they're about to lose before they lose them? The horror, the absolute criminality. Beach Boy, GameStop stock, Credit Savage. It's like you've been talking about for these issues for 6 months, at least, if not longer, and we saw this coming. Nothing has changed, and they're just seeing it. How do they still have jobs? How do they just see it now? Christian, if you talked about this, I must have missed it. But thoughts on Melvin Capital being down 23% on year to date? Oh my God. Austin, I'm just going to pretend the market is up. Maybe I'll take a trip down memory lane of sitting on a beach in June of 2021, making gains of $20,000 a day. On a related matter, says Credit Savage, I have deployed my stinkers. And if SoFi backs off to the 6.4-ish, I'll buy back my covered calls from this morning at a 35% gain. Thank you very much. Yay, Zed. GameStop below 117, 116.36 right now. Right now, we are at 116.29. We have just hit new lows just this few seconds ago. We are hitting new lows, 116.28. Again, Beach Boy, B pound down, the British pound down 2.17%. Olivia, God, I hate politics. Olivia, it's not even about student loan forgiveness. It's about political leverage. There you go. Gowdy, I can see that. We cannot even declare bankruptcy on student loans. Let me know what other loans aren't allowed to be dismissed by a bankruptcy. You won't find any. That's politics. Exactly right. Olivia, this country loves debt. Why in the heck would they forgive one of their biggest sources of it? Remember, the many of the loans that were issued out by friends of the Republicans, bankers that wanted to protect their business. They didn't want students declaring bankruptcy after graduation to get away without paying, because these guys would be on the hook for it. So theoretically, having the government forgive it and pay it out would be a good thing for all these Republican bankers out there who wanted the bankruptcy legislation changed to make it next to impossible to get away from student debt. Amazing. Beach Boy, Coyote, what? You guys are crazy over there. John, it's rigged. You cannot get a $100,000 loan to start a business at 18, but you can go to $100,000 worth of debt for college. Yes, you can. That's right, Coyote. Yeah, Biden was the one who crafted the bill that made it that way in the early 2000s, says Coyote to Beach Boy. Bama, the problem Democrats have with their voting base is that younger voters do not always vote because they're disillusioned with the process. Bama, you said it correctly. John, I say the same thing to my wife, Uncle Bruce, laughing out loud, Bama, whereas Republicans have the zealous, diehard, do-or-die voters. There you have it. Bama, this is why the margins have been so close in the latest elections. And Coyote says, Bama, babe, 100% correct. FL, the Democrats are not going to do well in the midterms, no matter how hard the Republicans shoot themselves in the foot. Inflation is the stink. Dems can't get off of that. It's not their fault, but still. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, as it is a national holiday here, I have no access to buy back my covered calls. I can only buy, sell stock on the app. I'll just wait till tomorrow, my friend. No problem. You'll just wait till tomorrow. Coyote, Olivia, exactly. Olivia, interesting. Coyote, you can make that same argument for any loan types, though. Coyote, it's like they want them indebted. America is essentially a debtor's prison compared to other industrialized countries. Zeta State, my 2 GameStop 125 that expire this Friday. When do we buy these back? I received a premium of $4.46. Right now, it's at 81 cents. You got to love this. The 125s that expire on Friday. Oh, I love this. Where are we right now? Here we are, 82 to 99. Why don't you put in a stink bid at 76 cents? See if you get hit. Try and buy them at 76 just for the day. Put them in there and say, I'll give you 76 cents. You might get lucky. If stock does a little dip to 115, you get nailed. Wonderful. Take the money. Otherwise, you're going to get that price anyway. Sooner or later, they're going to back off to you. But yeah, maybe 76 cents. Olivia, exactly. That was my thought process, Coyote. John, I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. Olivia, better to have the poors use their own money to pay them back. Uncle Bruce, how low do you think GameStop could dip? Well, it could go down to 100 again. It could certainly test. Remember, it came from $78. It came from 78. 117 right now. 116 low. Another $10 easily. 15 more easily. It could. We'll see. The market's here. 993 down dip on the Dow right now. Hello, down 993 on the Dow. Wow. Unbelievable. Down 1,003 points right now on the Dow Jones. Down 1,000 right now. 143 on the S&P, 579 on NASDAQ. And NASDAQ is telling the Dow you should be down 1,200, 1,300. It could be, you might even have to be down 1,500 to match us. Unbelievable. We're down 1,000 on the Dow. Hey there. What time is this class on Saturday? 2 in the afternoon Eastern time. 2 o'clock Eastern time this Saturday. I am live for class number 13, stink bids, stink offers, and the psychology of these wacky markets. You got to be there. There you go. Beach Boy. So a nice stink bid to buy more stock should be not yet. I want to keep measuring this and just see how this plays out. We still could be a few weeks away from the low. I'm not sure yet, Beach Boy. There is no rush to buy this stuff. Just no rush. Vash, please don't get me excited for a dip back to $80. Karim, won't the taxpayers be the ones paying the forgiveness? Yes, that's correct. The taxpayers are paying the forgiveness. And all of a sudden, you have 25 million people not having to make monthly payments after this moratorium is over. That will take money out of the economy. It will allow these folks to just, whatever they're bringing in, a chunk of that doesn't have to go here anymore. It can just go into the economy as a whole. For some students, it depends on how much the forgiveness is, and this is the thing. There are some students that are in the hole 150 grand and they're only going to get 10, 20 grand forgiveness. It's not going to make a big difference to these kids. They might be able to write off interest as a tax deduction. They might be able to do that. That could give them some relief over and above a forgiveness amount. I'm guessing. I don't know what the deal's going to be. I'm just kind of wondering what could it be. But going forward, there has to be some kind of a student education funding something to help kids out. I don't know what and how. I cannot see Republicans and Democrats ever negotiating a deal like this because they can't sit in the same room for more than 15 minutes without accusing each other of all kinds of conspiracy theories. So I don't know how it's going to happen. Anyway, FL poll for tonight, 1500 down day today, maybe. Z, 2 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific. No, 11 o'clock Pacific. 3 hours between the East Coast and the West Coast. That's 3 hours. 11 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. Jim, can I get a student loan for your class? Yeah. You want to borrow 100 grand for my $150 class? John, 11 p.m. Pacific time. Coyote, Jim, Stevens, I will loan you the money for the class at a 20% interest. How about that deal? Right there. The Dow down 1,007 points. ATIP down 4 cents. SoFi down to 661, down 53. GameStop 117.03. We're coming back down again. Another little wave coming in. 117.01. We're coming in on GameStop again. What is the long-term plan? Less youth getting a college education, less they end up in crippling debt. How do people expect this to work long-term to the benefit of our country? Seriously curious. Yeah, that's right. Many of the European countries, university is no charge, no fee whatsoever, because the governments know graduating college students, university students, will pay way more in income tax over their working lives than non-graduates. And so let's graduate these kids at our expense now in 2022 dollars, and we'll take the next 40 years of income tax off of these kids between now and 2062. And we will get inflated dollars to pay off these dollars. That's cheaper than a loan on a bond. Cheap. Investing $150,000 into a kid, $200,000 into a university education for a kid is a bargain for the next 40 years of tax money coming out. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. America doesn't get it. Beach Boy, I'll package that loan at 28% on a CDS. Gary, we should want a more educated society. Oh, yes, you do. Well said, Uncle B. Absolutely you do. Absolutely you do. This is why Canada opens its doors wide open to university graduates from Europe. Come on in and immigrate here. We'd love to have you live here. You're going to get a job in the software writing or IT business. You can be making $120,000 a year right now in Canada just to start things off. You're going to be in the 35-40% tax bracket. We're going to be bringing in like $30,000-$35,000 a year in tax from every immigrant coming in right now. 35,000, every one of them. Let's bring in 1 million of them. Let's bring in 1 million of them. Absolutely. Let's collect taxes from these people for the next 40 years of their working lives. And think about what they get to keep. They keep most of their money. And what do they do with that? They spend it. They buy cars. They buy homes. They buy furniture. They buy food. They go around Canada and spend money in restaurants. The kids take dance classes and they go to plays and movies, and that generates more tax revenue. Yeah, America doesn't get it. Certain American politicians pretend they don't get it. Swiss butter. How else are we going to pay football coaches millions a year? Exactly. That's true. Sarcasm. It's true. You get students to borrow $200,000 over 4 years, and the head coach of the football team gets $10 million a year. Does that guy educate anybody? What is he there for? To get kids to come to school, to play football, to go become NFL athletes. That's all that guy is doing. And 1 in 100 make it. And so you got thousands of college kids a year playing college football, and 100 a year make it into the pros. And the rest are eventually what? College graduates? Really? With a what? A GPA of what? Not a winning formula, but it's the American way. Oh, yes, says Beach Boy. John, too bad that's not how they think. Kareem, yeah, but in the US, all these Ivy League schools are money hungry scams. Jim, I paid mine off some time ago, just itching to get back into debt over here. Swiss, Ivy League is college gentrification. Jim Stevens, I really hope they get with it and forgive everyone else's Coyote Swiss. But Saban needs a new mansion, baby. Splayer, have a good break, y'all. Stay calm, says Splayer. There you go. We're down to 11 minutes to go, and this show's done. We are down 967 points on the Dow. We have reached the 1,000 point drop level. We're at 117.30 on GameStop. The low of the day, 116.28, I think. Let's see. Yep, 116.28 is the low of the day on GameStop today. And the China Tide ETF sync with Blinken set to reaffirm status. China, number one rival of the United States. Not a good place to be in the crosshairs of the USA. Oh, my. They pay coaches millions to turn 18-year-olds' brains into CTE pudding. Vast majority never go pro and make zero off of all their blood, sweat, and labor and pain for the rest of their lives. That is correct. The dream of becoming a pro player is a virtual impossibility for 99 whatever percent of these guys. It is really unbelievable, and yet it's tolerated. And there are millions of kids out there who want to go to school, who want to go to university and can't. They can't get in because they haven't got the money, and they stay out of that system. America pays dearly for that. Dearly, it pays dearly. Anyone think SoFi is going under 6 today? I'd buy a lot more at that price. Coyote, yep, and Payne, that's right. Coyote, no, I don't think so. Bitcoin, I'm greedy. John, oh, stop. College football revenue loss for every other college sport to have scholarships. It's a business that subsidizes the rest of the athletes and facilities. Yeah, it's a business, but it's not an education. And you've got to ask yourselves, what is college? Is it a business or is it an education? And look at the rest of the world and look at the averages of studies, grades, percentages of graduates in engineering, in engineering, in architectural, I can't even speak the words that I'm supposed to speak because I too am not a full-blown university graduate myself. Lost opportunities. I identify as an NBA player, but my pay doesn't reflect it. Who do I sue? Coyote, let's make it like Europe, who treats their sports as clubs, not businesses. Well, there's the pro leagues, and they're their own unique nightmare. But then there's the pro leagues who suck off the U.S. education system, and that's the problem. The pro leagues are just the farm. They're using the college program as a farm club, and then they don't have to pay for it. It's incredible. France under Uncle Bruce, GameStop under 100. Really, no, they wouldn't. They couldn't. They wouldn't do that. Coyote, exactly. We corrupted colleges and universities into job mill factories. We lost the actual importance of universities. Coyote, got to sue your genetics. That's what you got to do. John, Coyote, 100%. We're down to 8 minutes to go. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Thank you for thumbs ups. We have hit 235 now. That is much appreciated. Keep them coming in if you can, everybody. We're down 994 on the Dow Jones. We're down 600 points on NASDAQ. 600, 4.6% lower. We're down 144 on S&P, 337. Unbelievable. Walmart, Kohl's are going to pay a combined $5.5 million in fines in civil penalties to settle a Textile Act violations. $5.5 million, chump change. That's not even a boatload of textiles coming over from Pakistan or Bangladesh. That is getting off with a slap on the wrist. The abuses will continue. That is not a deterrent to stop it. You're never going to get textile jobs back in Kentucky, Tennessee, the Virginias, the Carolinas. You're never getting those jobs back. They're gone forever. And these penalties are the price these guys will pay to keep doing what they're doing. It's ridiculous. Zane Developments has made a donation on PayPal. I have a suspicion someone is coming to the class. Fantastic. Welcome to the party, pal. Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. 99 Nation, turn the dial back 100 years and you'll realize students did not pay for college unless it was an elitist school in the USA. Now they've normalized extortion. There you go. Michael, sounds like an SEC fine, doesn't it? John Anderson, thanks everybody. You got it, John. John Bickman, aha, Walmart and Kohl's. Where do we send the check and can we prepay for next year's fine? Because we're bringing in billions of dollars of textiles at pennies on the dollar, and we'll pay these chump change fines after years of litigation. We will happily pay it. Sue me now. I'll talk to you in 10 years about a settlement. Oh, it's so easy. It is so easy. You got to love it. GameStop, 117.42. We are approaching the $1 range, 110, 112 range away from the low of the day. Will we go lower? Maybe we will. We'll see. Time will tell. Down 1,026 points on the Dow, 152 on S&P, 616 points on NASDAQ, down 4.76%. A real humdinger of a down day today. The Dow needs to drop another 600 points to catch up to NASDAQ. It should be down 1,700 points to catch up to NASDAQ today. That's how bad NASDAQ is right now. Michael Gowdy should change his name to the Enlightened Southerner. Beach Boy, oh boy, pound is down 2.33%. It's at 123.45 right now, and that is just around the low of the day. Yuck, yuck, and more yuck on the British pound. They are getting crushed over there. Not good. The euro's at 105.1. It's falling off quickly right now. Just dropped a half a penny in the last half an hour. So the euro is falling. The yen is falling as well. It's now 130.39. That in the last hour has also fallen off almost a penny or so. Backing up. The Australian dollar down 1.5 cents today. In the last hour, it's given up ground as well. The US dollar is surging out there. The US 10-year note, 3.09%. The market is convinced the Fed will move sooner, more aggressively. They're betting on it. Germany, 1.04. It's climbing steadily as well. The UK 10-year, 197.3. It is surging higher after bottoming out at 1.81. It's now 197. This is the worst level of the day for the UK 10-year, and that is why the pound is getting hammered here. 123.44, down 2.9 cents today. Yikes. That is one ugly sell-off on the pound right now. 99 Nation, pretty sure Powell needs to be fired now. He failed to hike up appropriately time and time again. Munimo, thumbs ups for Bruce. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Do appreciate these thumbs ups, everybody. 117.68 on GameStop, down 9.40 a share. The Dow off 967 points as we are coming through here on a sell wave of epic proportions. That's what we got. We're down 592, almost 600 points on the NASDAQ. S&P down 145. Oh my! The Dow's down 2.9%. The S&P down 3.4%. NASDAQ down 4.6%. Oil is up 50 cents a barrel. Make that 47 cents a barrel. Oil is backing off now from the highs of the day. What a run. What a hit. Man, oh man. We got a real crazy market. 117.36 on GameStop. Just a little over $1 ahead of the low of the day, but I think we could go lower. I really do think so. We could go lower. SoFi 662 down 52 cents. The kind of stopped. It's kind of, it's reluctantly dropping now. 17.6 million volume on SoFi. That is interesting. Yesterday we had 80 million trade. Today 17.6 million. We're not going to do 30 million today. It will be less than half of yesterday's volume. That's telling me that the sideline money is waiting to come in. It's waiting for a moment to jump into SoFi. That's my hunch. I don't think this down draft has much to go. Those of you who've written SoFi calls, you may want to be covering real soon. We're down a lot, and the Dow could come back 200 or 300 points on the little bounce back. Might be a dead cat bounce, but SoFi might pop to 680, 690. then back off to 670, and then come back to 7. Don't put it past it the next couple of days. Keep your eye on that. Don't get too greedy. Pigs get slaughtered. 968 drop on the Dow. Oh my gosh. 117.43, 117.45 on GameStop. Okay. Kareem, do you think they should have hiked more faster considering they wanted to do this, or would that just be a throw us into recession? They want to do it softly. They want to be the nice guy. And so they're going half a point every month, but they'll go half a point every month. Credit, China wants to buy Russian oil and wants to send weapons and vehicles to Russia for this war against Ukraine. They devalue their currency and expect us to stand idly by. Tough crap, pal. Yeah, well, there you go. Use less oil. If we use less oil, Russia gets way less money, which means they can buy way fewer tanks and weapons because they have less money. The Middle East will have less money. They won't be able to support Russia as much. It would be a good thing. The cost of living for all of you will drop because oil is off. Everything goes down because it's a major hit to inflation when oil goes up. Gas prices get lower, buck a gallon, $1.50 a gallon lower. Would that be welcome news around the USA? I think so. That would be good for the economy of America. Good for the economy of Europe, bad for the economy of Russia. Very bad. It would really hurt those guys and would humble some of our Mideast partners, probably causing dissension, and then they'd start cheating on their quotas, which brings the oil price even lower. So how would you like $35 a barrel crude? Just use a gallon a day less. Find a way to do it. So easy. It's so simple. It is. It's not complicated. It can be done, but we have to want it. We really do. None of us are up against the wall. None of us are up against the wall to have to make that decision. That's why we're not doing it. We're fat and we're lazy, and that's the reality of the Western world. We're fat, we're out of shape, we're lazy, we're old, and we don't see a crisis. We're not in a crisis situation where we are, generally speaking. Yikes. What can I say, guys? Thank you again for all your support. Appreciate you tolerating the old man here as he rambles away. Thank you for the 239 thumbs ups you've been able to muster up for me today. If you're able to, any of you can find a thumbs up button that you could press for me, please press it now. Give the show a little momentum on the way out the door. I'll be on again at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and we'll do this again for another hour to close the day out. We're down 890 now, a little recovery on the Dow, like I thought we might see something. We'll see how it all works out. 662 on SoFi, down 52 cents. Not 242 thumbs ups. Thank you. A couple more just trickled in here. Appreciate these thumbs ups. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you. Karim, thank you for the advice, buddy. Ride a bike, Bruce. Why don't you just ride a bike? Stop complaining about holding fat yours. Get on a bike. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much for that kind advice. 117 on GameStop on the nose, 62 cents away from a new low of the day right there. Again, thank you. 248 thumbs ups. There's some more. Thank you, guys. I think we'll have 250 thumbs ups here. This is great. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you at 3 o'clock today, okay? We'll keep an eye on the British pound, and we'll keep an eye on all the other markets and see where it all leads us. And hopefully you guys will just get richer and richer and richer writing these calls. And if you get a little bump up here, a little rally, you'll write again and keep bringing it in. Absolutely. Texas Instruments down 465 to 171.58. Down she goes, baby. Bring it in, I say. Get that Texas Instruments down to 165. Let's make Nick a happy man. He deserves to be happy. He works hard, That guy deserves a break. Thank you all for signing up for the class this Saturday. Thank you for the 4 for 3 buys that you're doing. We'll get you looked after. Have yourselves a pleasant afternoon. I'll see you at 3 this afternoon for the final hour. GameStop 116.79. It's dropping again. Here we go. Keep an eye on your GameStop and make yourself some money. Okay, guys. Thank you. We'll talk to you later. I have an electric car and and a bike, says Munimo. Kareem, I meant to use less gas. I appreciate it. I could use the exercise. I really could. I'm a little overweight. a little. Scott, later, skater. Okay, guys, we'll see you this afternoon at 3. Bye for now.